I drink out of it because they don't make mugs big enough.
They don't make mugs big enough.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
They
They
don't.
make mugs that size.
I have to
How
find
you
it.
drink coffee all day long? Once a day?
I used to, but now I'm trying to drink it just once.
You what?
Once. I'm trying to do it once.
Is this it?
This is my first
You
cup.
just wake up?
No,
Okay. You don't wake up and have coffee?
I do.
Oh, okay. When did you wake up?
I actually did have a coffee earlier. I woke
Okay.
up today early at 7:30. I usually don't do that.
Oh, okay.
That's rare for me.
All right.
You know you're on right now. You gonna ask me about my hat?
Save Los Angeles?
Yes.
Why does Los Angeles need saving?
Have you taken a walk down the streets?
Yeah.
And what have you seen, Michael?
Same fucking thing I saw 40 years ago.
What did you see?
What?
So you see people shooting fentanyl in front of you 40 years ago?
Oh, I don't see as many hookers. I don't see as many people doing crack. I don't
Hookers,
see
hold on. Hookers.
fentanyl, crack, fucking heroin. Yeah, it was all back there then. If you're like gonna start in with the fucking everything's gone to fucking hell in Hollywood, you just gotten old and like fucking kind of useless.
You just said, you asked me about my hat. I didn't say anything.
All right.
I
knew where you were going.
I didn't do nothing.
You brought up fentanyl for some reason.
Well, I was wearing a hat, and you said, "Why do you have to save Los Angeles?" And I said,
From fentanyl?
Yes.
Really?
It's
I
terrible.
only saw one or two guys fucking nodded out on my whole fucking drive. Drove all the way through fucking Hollywood. I only saw one guy fucking sitting on the side of the street nodded out. The idea that Los Angeles somehow is in some sort of like crisis is just fucking so far-fetched. It's just absolutely not. And never has been, as far as I'm concerned. So you're giving me that look like you don't believe me.
I don't
You
agree.
should cut off that scrubby-looking fucking beard of yours, man. It just makes you look old. Now you're gray, and cut your hair, fucking cut your beard off. Look like a normal human being, for God's sakes. Please, for me, would you do that? You got nice teeth. You got nice teeth. You just fucking clean yourself up a little bit with that shit. Like, take your hat off.
No, I won't.
Why?
Because this shit's not as thick up there as it used to be.
Oh, so you're going to be wearing a hat the rest of your life.
I'd have to decide if I'm going to shave it all off or not.
With all the money that you fucking made off your fucking all those shows, those millions of dollars, you can't get one of those hair transplants where they put them in one by one for...
It's not as effective as you think it is.
Isn't it?
Bro, you've covered 7 topics in this one rant. Fuck.
Well, pick one.
Well, okay, first of all, how are you?
I'm doing unbelievable, man. I didn't even know what a podcast was 3 years. Well, I guess I knew because I watched Joe Rogan. I watched Elon Musk on Joe Rogan like 5 years ago. He's talking about AI, and I went down the AI hole for a while. So I knew what it was, but...
How do you not know what AI is? You're a fucking Terminator saving humanity from AI.
No, I know. You said that last time.
But it's a crazy talk.
Let's not do the same podcast as we did last
I
time.
wasn't, but you bring up these things, and I get triggered.
All right.
So hold on. So you didn't know it was a podcast was 3 years ago? What was
not
now?
really, And then like a fucking year and a half ago, I started doing mine. And...
growing.
In the last, I had Jim Cameron on.
Yeah,
okay, when
that
Avatar.
helps.
So I call up Jim in like middle of the year last year, and I said, hey, well, I didn't call him up. Actually, Jennifer. I'm like, I don't know if I should call Jim. I've never really asked him for anything. I'd like to kind of keep it a friendship that way, where I'm not asking for stuff. And she fucking just went behind my back and called him up. And he said, yeah, I'll do the podcast, but why don't you wait until Avatar comes out? Because, that's when. So, when Jim Cameron talks, I listen. It was like E.F. Hutton or whatever. So I was like, all right, yeah, okay. So I waited. I think I was the last podcast that he did before he got on his plane to go back to where he lives. In not Australia, but the one next to it.
New Zealand.
New Zealand, thank you. And so, yeah, I mean, that's a game changer. All of a sudden, he's like fucking 150,000. You still got the high. Your comments about George Clooney still, as long as I've been doing the podcast, whatever happened, the gods of the fucking internet, your story about George Clooney is still, I think, the highest. Like, it's got like 400,000 views.
More than James Cameron?
Cameron's got about. He's only been up for. Cameron's at about 150,000, I think. And then I had on Michael Rooker right after him, and Michael Rooker's a fabulous actor who's just been in some great stuff, and he's been around he's exactly my age, from Alabama. I was born in Alabama, and then like in a week or so, I got Charlie Sheen coming on.
Wow.
Yeah, and I just talked to Charlie day before yesterday, and I spent a fucking hour on him. When people talk about when you do a podcast, like, well, don't leave your game on the range, meaning like we sat and bullshitted and laughed and fucking had a good, that should have been the podcast, but he's an amazingly, he's an amazing guy. I admire Charlie Sheen. I don't say that about very many. I admire Jim Cameron. I admire some girls.
You admire some girls?
Yeah, but
Exes?
What?
What do you admire them for? You know.
Their brain.
You have to say that now. It's 2026. You see a girl in a G-string in the beach. You say to her, "Hey, you look like you got good business sense."
I saw a girl in the gym yesterday. Was in my little gym, and her gluteus maximus.
That's a good way to say that.
Thank you. Was fucking unbelievable. It's like I'd never seen anything quite as high and quite as a white woman too. On top of it,
WW,
and it was in such great shape. I wanted that. I really truly, because I'm old and mine fucking kind of sags down a little bit. So I like to work out. I do that exercise now that like everybody does.
So your butt up, yeah.
Yeah, it works my gluteus maximum muscles out. And I wanted to ask her, hey, how do which I would do to a dude, hey, how do I get, how did you do that? But I can't walk up to her and go like, I want one of those.
Could you do that in the 80s?
I'm not that guy.
No, but you're talking about a workout thing.
I am. I would be talking about a workout thing, but I don't feel comfortable. I'd probably make her feel uncomfortable, and so I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. I think my whole thing right now, Jamie, and I don't like this is going to be this way for the rest of my life, and that is like, you know what? Everybody needs to just chill. Quit fucking beefing on each. I mean, you and I are we bust balls and and that's fun. And I've done that with my brothers and all my friends and every friend I've ever had. I mean, most of our humor has to do with making fun of each other, But it's time. Sean Penn was saying this fucking 3 or 4 years ago. Like, can't we all just get along? Can you remember that? Remember Rodney King?
Yeah, of course.
Can't we just all get along? I mean, for Christ's sakes, do we really need to? And on my podcast, I try to promote. I know it's not political, and I try to keep politics. I couldn't ignore these 2 fucking shootings that took place, which were recently, and I can't ignore things completely. But I tell people when they write in and they leave like notes or whatever they call it, and
comments.
Yeah,
comments.
If somebody's got an opinion that's different than mine, like, okay, I don't agree with that. That guy wrote this whole thing about how those two shootings were good shootings, and wrote this whole fucking thing. And my feeling about it is, okay, that's your opinion. I don't agree with it, but I'm not going to call you a fucking asshole for having that opinion. I mean, there's just too much of that shit going on. We're like too, and maybe it's fun, but it's. I think we all need to just get along.
How's that going to happen?
Well, it starts with us, Jamie. It starts with me saying what I just said, and the people that write into my podcast are people that I talk to, and I tell them, like, don't shit on other people. They've got a right to their opinion. They're a righty or a lefty or in the middle or whatever. Like, don't call them names. They have a right to their opinions. And I don't agree with that opinion, but hey, let's start the podcast. All right?
It's been going.
I know.
This is the good
Well, you
stuff.
think I fucking don't know that.
But wait a minute.
I'm waiting.
I don't think I've ever seen the world more divided than it is now, and I don't know how we're going to coexist because I think what they call the tolerant left, which I still consider myself an independent, but to some people,
You're a fucking right-wing fucking. What do you mean independent?
You just said don't call anybody names.
I'm not calling you. That's
yes,
not a
you
name.
did. You said I'm a fucking right-wing fucking nut.
No, I didn't say
fucking
nut.
Tommy Chong
I
hair.
didn't say
yes,
nut.
You did.
I said you were right-wing.
How am I right-wing? Where's the wing? I'm not a right wing. I believe in
You're
this.
righty. You're righty.
Okay.
Righty McDighty. I mean,
McDighty.
this has been my perception of listening to your podcast. I listen to your podcast. You listen to my podcast?
I've been starting
Liar.
to.
You don't fucking. You've never listened to my podcast.
I have.
You liar.
I saw this guy tell
to
this
your
great
podcast.
story about George Clooney. I saw
I
the
just
James
saw,
Cameron.
you saw the Cameron one?
Incredible.
Yeah. I just saw you fucking talking to Cato Calum or Cato, whatever his name is.
Great guy.
Yeah. I see. Does he got something? Because you're
Focus.
What?
One topic.
All right.
I don't want to cut you off because you're brilliant, but let's stay on one topic.
Brilliant.
Because they're going to say it. And then,
I don't get called that very often.
No, I'm gonna call you. Yes, you are, dude. You're fucking brilliant. Listen, let's go back. How am I a righty?
It just seems to me that I have listened to a lot. I've listened to your podcast a lot and listened to you talk a lot. And it seems to me that if there was a spectrum, which was like, this is the center, this is completely independent.
I'm definitely on the spectrum.
Yeah, well, okay. You just seem to lean a little bit to the right to me. But if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. And I'm not going to call you an asshole, even if you were far to the right. And, I'm not going to call you an asshole. I'm not going to, I just, if I'm wrong.
You can call me every name in the book because you're sitting here.
Oh, I know, but.
Actions are more powerful than words.
Yeah, but I'm, if I'm wrong, then, I'm wrong. When was the last time you voted for a Democrat?
I voted one time in
your
my
life.
entire life.
Okay.
Who do you think I voted
don't vote
for?
much either. Who'd you vote for? Obama. Good. Yeah, we got to get. Wouldn't it be?
But
nice?
I don't think he's as great as everybody says he is. But I voted for him because our business, as you know more than me, takes us around the world. And I was doing a movie in Australia, and people forget about this shit on Trump. They used to defecate all over Bush's face for 8 years. No one remembers that. And I was overseas, and like, America, Bush, and all this shit.
That when we were attacking Iraq for no reason,
all of that. I
I
said, we need to change it up. We need to change everything. We got to get our racism fucking under control. So I was like, I didn't know enough about Obama, but I'm like, he's young, he's a handsome guy, he seems smart. Let's put a black guy in there. That was the first and only time I ever
You didn't
voted.
put him in there because he was a black guy. You put him in there
partially-
because he was
Partially. Because our country was so like, they said we could never have a black president. So I was like, I want to break that mold.
All right.
It's like a chick that never was with a black guy.
I've never known anybody
She wants to break
in
that mold.
I've never known anybody
One
in my
black
life
guy.
who is as well spoken, as charismatic, as smart, as able to communicate ideas. He's
You're on
he's
Obama.
unbelievable.
You're on the Obama train.
I am on the Obama train. I've always been on the Obama train, and how I don't see how you can't be.
Okay, so here's what I sense from you.
All right.
You are a guy that comes from a super right part of the world.
Nebraska.
Nebraska?
Well, I was born in Alabama, but I
Okay.
grew up in Nebraska.
So you came from a place where a lot of people might think certain
Dude,
things about you.
when I was born, I'll let you get a word in every once in a while, okay? When I was
It's your world.
I was born in Jim Crow South. Okay?
What does the Jim Crow mean?
Jim Crow means that after the Civil War and after Lincoln was shot, and there was Reconstruction and all that, black people never really had the same rights as white people, and they weren't slaves anymore. But when you were in the Jim Crow South that I was born into until I think about 1964, white people and black people didn't eat in the same restaurants, didn't stay in the same hotels, didn't ride buses together. They didn't do anything. They couldn't even be buried in the same graveyard.
Segregation.
Well, it was called Jim Crow.
Why was it called Jim Crow? I've known nothing
Jim
about
Crow
this.
is a term that goes back to the 1800s. I asked a friend of mine about that. I don't know the exact reason. Segregation, I've always thought was just kind of like the, black people
White
over
fountain,
here.
black fountain.
That's Jim Crow. That's not what I consider that was Jim Crow law. That was, that was law back in Alabama and Mississippi and, all those places, and civil rights and the whole thing. That all of that took place in the 60s, Martin Luther King, 63, 64, So, yeah, when I was a kid, and I was born in the Jim Crow South, it was segregated, and blacks didn't go to the same schools. My mother was a nurse practitioner, and she could not. There were white hospitals and black hospitals, And this is in my lifetime, and it's nice to see that in my lifetime. I think that we've taken that issue, and I still believe in white privilege, but we've come a long ways. We've come a long ways in my lifetime when it comes to that issue, and I'm hoping that can happen with the.
You feel you have white privilege?
Yeah, because I have a better chance of getting ahead being white than a black guy being born. I mean, I think
Not
a kid born today. I think still, if you're white or black. If you're black, you have a less chance of. I still believe in white privilege
today.
Yeah,
but don't you think everything is pretty much opened up now?
No.
You don't think people want to make sure that the other races get a fair chance, so they go more to make sure that they're feeling like they're having a fair shot?
I think most people want that. I just don't know if we've succeeded in doing that.
I mean,
at
the Super Bowl is Bad Bunny. You know who Bad Bunny is? Remember all his hits?
Yeah.
Exactly. You don't know any of his hits.
Fucking Michael Jackson too.
Michael Jackson's a legend that will go on for.
I know, and
centuries.
You speak a guy named Sammy Davis Jr. That
also
doesn't mean if you're
centuries.
born black in Chicago right now that you're going to have the same. Opportunities as a young white man in Chicago. But I don't know. I hope so. I hope you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe there is no white privilege anymore.
Well, I mean, I was up for a role. This was 7 years ago, and they wouldn't see me. It was a gay guy. And they said...
They wouldn't see you for a gay guy? They must have been out of their fucking mind. You're perfect. If I was casting that show, I wouldn't even have seen anybody else. I would say, let's get Jamie Kennedy in right away. Let's check the availability on Jamie Kennedy. Is he available?
Homeless gay guy.
Yeah.
But you...
Perfect with the hair. And, yeah.
So they wouldn't see me because they said Jamie's not authentically gay. And my agent says, I don't know what he does after 7.
You never blown on anybody?
No.
No. Okay.
So people ask these questions a lot lately about on these pods if they've been see these gay stuff is happening more and more with people talking. Yes. So let me go back.
Okay. That was a joke, kind of a joke. Like I would say to my brother or
of
something.
Course you would. No, but it's funny that people say this because they're trying to be so... No, I understand.
Right.
But listen, you just said this thing.
Don't point at me, motherfucker.
You just said
keep your fucking finger out of my face.
So that was already a thing with where I can't even be in a role because they don't think that's not that's acting. That's what acting is.
That was 6 years ago.
7 years
because
ago.
You weren't gay.
They said I'm not authentically. I'm not a real gay guy, so I couldn't go in for it.
6 years
TNT
ago?
Too.
That was 6 years ago?
No, 2017. 2017 is when the great awokeness happened.
The great awokeness?
Yes.
What does that mean?
it just was starting when Harvey Weinstein started going down.
Yeah.
Everything it started a wave of many things.
Like what?
Oh, all the different movements.
Like what movement? Name one. What are you talking about?
Oh,
Who?
BLM.
Black Lives
Trans.
Trans.
Every
okay.
day's a rainbow.
Every day's a rainbow.
Whitey, it's bad Whitey. You're
Wait,
all
wait,
right.
wait. Stop.
All these
bad
different
Whitey. What's bad Whitey?
Bad Whitey is what you said. You
What?
have this wonderful white privilege.
White privilege.
This is what I'm trying
Is
to.
that bad? That's not bad Whitey. Is that what you call white privilege? Bad Whitey?
Did you listen?
Okay.
You say so many things. If you just let me experience one of your nuggets, okay? It's fascinating because no
You're
one.
not quite as thin as I thought you were. I thought you walked up when you sit down. Okay, never mind.
It's
Go
his
ahead.
chair.
I don't know.
Okay, you say so much. I have to respond to one.
Okay,
Respond to one.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, let's say. Have you gone in? Forget that. I'm just gonna go back to this. How you say I'm right. Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Right-ish.
I pay
Right-ish.
I pay my taxes every year. Have you ever had a tax?
Yeah, you remember the last conversation we had about taxes, and I told you back.
Yeah, and I looked it up.
And who was right? And
I don't think you were totally right.
Dude, you want to do it again? I told you that we paid people that made $200,000 back in the 60s paid 90% in taxes, and you said no, that couldn't happen.
Well,
no, and we looked it up, and
let's just talk about this. I pay my taxes every year. Do you pay your taxes every year? You ever had a tax problem?
No.
Okay. Do you have a great credit score?
No.
Okay, I do.
Okay, good.
So,
what do you want, a fucking cookie?
Yeah, I do because I want. How is this? So because you said I was to the right, so I care about
right-ish.
Okay, I love good credit. Okay, I pay my taxes.
Nothing to do with anything, but okay.
It has everything. You know, it has everything to do with something. Because guess what? I'm trying to be a productive person.
Oh, good. Okay.
Let me finish.
Right.
A productive person in society, Michael. That's what we're at. You supporting degeneracy or
what's degenerate?
Open-mindedness. You're not open to me. You don't want to fucking watch me shit in somebody's eyeball. Come on, bro. Let me get my thoughts out.
Okay.
I believe in being a citizen that wants a clean and clear and specific society. Does that make sense to you?
Specific.
Not specific. That's the wrong word. It's like, let's get all of our ducks in a row, and then let's go to the next thing. But so you should pay your taxes.
I pay taxes.
Okay,
and I've always paid my taxes.
And you're a property owner, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so far your credit's a little off, but your taxes are good. You own property. Okay.
Yeah.
And within your community, do you keep your property clean?
Yeah, very.
Okay.
Yeah, very up. Yeah.
So do you believe that people should be able to just put a tent on your street? Do you want to see people shooting?
Do I want to see people do it?
Shooting
No.
drugs on your street?
Do I want to see that? No,
Yes.
of course not. I don't want to see anybody
so
shooting drugs anywhere.
If a 5-tent city happened in front of your house, how would that make you feel?
Well, there are a lot of 5-tent cities around where I live, and I feel very sad that we live in a society that can't take care of those people.
And what do you want to do about it?
What do I want to do about it?
And if your wife walks by the 5-tent city and she can't walk because the sidewalks are blocked, so she has to walk into the street, there inside cars are now coming at near her. Okay. How would that make you feel?
What's your point, man?
My point is this, man, is that I can go down to the dirtiest of the streets like you, brother, but I am honest about the sitch. And there's a lot of people that aren't. You and I believe you do not want tents in the city. And some people have had terrible hardships, which we need to help out.
Right.
Other people are just fucking doing free drugs and committing crimes, and that has to be addressed. So do I believe in cleaning up the city? Yes. If that makes me alt-right, MAGA, then fucking
haven't they gone?
There it is.
Haven't even in
do you
LA
believe in open borders?
No.
Okay. Do you understand that I'm an immigrant, meaning my mother or my grandmother come from another country? So
I do
I'm an
understand
immigrant.
that concept.
You're probably an immigrant, right? But you were born here. But do you believe that people should come in this country with the right paperwork?
What?
With the right paperwork.
Of course.
Okay. So so far, is this right? Why is that considered right leaning? I believe if you're gay and you want to be with a person, you're totally fine.
Okay, well, that's not, okay.
Well, no,
okay.
that would be.
Yeah. Do you believe in healthcare for everybody?
Healthcare for everybody. I would have to understand it more, but I, like you, am very fortunate because we got into a business that when it works, it works. We have the best healthcare. But should everyone be entitled to healthcare? Yes, but I don't know all the specifics. Do I think there's big pharma greed? Of course. But yes, I have to know how it works economically. Yes. But yes, I don't think you should be denied healthcare.
Everywhere else in the world except for here, they have healthcare.
Okay, so that's
mostly,
a problem.
I mean, not everywhere, of course, but all through Europe and any place that is socialist. Well, sounds almost like
socialism. I don't know enough about socialism, but basically they said it's the gateway. It's the gateway to communism.
Well, in what way? Well, you know what? There have been socialist society like England, England since World War II. They're not fucking any closer to Nazism. Did you say Nazism? Is that what you called it?
I never said Nazism.
What'd you say?
Communism.
Communism, right?
The word Nazis used way too much.
Yeah, probably. But there's not a communist. There's England and France and Spain and like lots of places are they haven't gone But anyway, I don't think it's the gateway, like the gateway drug, like the marijuana used to be the gateway drug to fucking heroin.
Yeah, but kissing is the gateway to BJ's.
I would agree with you there.
See, there you go. So
we can agree on that one, man.
But wait, do you think so? When you see actors, this is why I love you, bro. When you see actors on the red carpet, and you, Michael Biehn, who has been in arguably the most iconic. When I say iconic, that word is used way too much. You are part of pop culture lexicon forever, okay? What you've been a part of, okay? Between Terminator, Tombstone, Alien, forget it, dude. All these different things, okay? Aliens. So you are what people dream about. And when you see the Golden Globe and the red carpets and actors talking about how we're under authoritarian rule, do you believe that we are under authoritarian rule?
No.
Thank you. And do you think it's absolutely hypocritical, psychotic, and misinformation for an actor to be at the Beverly Hilton with thousands of security guards saying how they're being oppressed?
Actors themselves being oppressed?
Well, they're saying like, "Oh, we're living in an authoritarian rule."
No. Of course not.
Okay.
No, I don't feel that.
So,
no, I don't like what's going on right now, with the immigration problems. And, the fact of the matter is Trump got, and he would say, this is one of the reasons why I'm the president is because I said I was going to clean up the border and I was going to, take all the illegal, the child, all this, and, get them out of the country. And
there has been a lot deported.
There has been a lot deported. They haven't
reported that, but there has been a lot deported.
Well, I know there has been a lot deported, but now it's morphed into something that I think that most of America is not happy with, and I think it's going to cost them the midterms. Well, they're going to lose the midterms anyway, but I think it's going to cost them the midterms. And, what'll be interesting to see is when they lose the midterms, if they do, what's going to happen? Is Trump just going to walk away? Go ahead.
Let's stay on this.
We don't.
First of all, the only problem is, you just brought it up.
I did.
You're like this. It's like you take your dick out. You're like with the chick. And you're like, you don't have to suck it. I mean, where are we at here?
All right, go ahead.
You put a hamburger on the table. You don't have to eat it.
Go ahead. Start sucking. Go ahead.
But no. Well, I have many.
My dick is out. It's all yours, bro. Go.
Well, it's like but you come. You know what the funny thing is? You come from Alabama and Nebraska.
I was born in Alabama. I come from Nebraska. Okay, go ahead.
So, what's going on right now? You're seeing this deportations are happening in all over the country. Mm-hmm. You're only hearing about Minnesota.
Why?
because of 2 horrible murders.
Right.
Okay. But also, it is a very complicated issue, and it's terrible that it happened. But it's also the people shouldn't. They're also doing a lot of stuff that people don't talk about. But it's terrible that it happened. The last guy that was murdered, it looks like the gun misfired.
Now, they've already proven that the gun didn't misfire.
Well,
they've already came out with a statement.
I don't know exactly where we're at in that, but it's not. It's terrible. The guy should never have been killed. Okay, I agree with you 100%.
Listen, am I repeating myself, or all my cop friends have basically said both shootings?
No, and Renee Good should never.
If those were police officers, they'd be in jail for 30 years.
Yes, I'm with you. They both of them should not have happened. Right. But these people,
they're protesting. They have a right to protest.
Okay, let me ask you a question, because again, I'm saying it's terrible that they happened. So they have video of this guy kicking out the light of this guy's car
2 weeks earlier.
Yes.
Well, they didn't catch him for that.
But I'm asking you a question: is that a protest, or is that now impeding?
That's vandalism. That's like vandalism. I would call that vandalism. And if they could have arrested him for vandalism back then, they could have and should have. And that is not good. The guy fucking kicking a car and knocking out the fucking back of his car, the lights on anybody's car.
And having a gun on him and fighting with these guys was not good. For him to do that, to go into a hostile situation knowing that they're going to see the gun.
First of all, he had every right to carry a gun. We have something called the Second Amendment, and he's got a fucking right to carry that gun.
Of course.
Of course he does. And it looked to me like he was protesting, and that some
protest
woman
with
got
a gun?
Wait a second.
Protest with a gun?
Well, of course. That's his right to do that.
With a gun?
You don't think that people are walking in the streets protesting
with a gun?
Yes, of course they are.
Dude.
When you have 100,000 people or 20,000 people.
I'm not a gun guy, but I will say this. One of the biggest gun towns in the world is San Antonio, and it's safe as hell there. And I said, why, to my Uber driver? And he goes, because we all know that we're carrying.
Right.
And nothing ever gets elevated for that reason.
Yeah, good.
So the fact that things are getting elevated with their gun is not good, because that leads to crazy shit, which just happened. So I would think that's the opposite. Everyone I know in Texas that carries is like, we all know we're carrying, so let's keep it chill.
Okay.
So you're saying go to a crazy protest with a gun?
I'm not saying go to a crazy protest with a gun.
Kicking out lights?
You have if there's a protest that's going on, where did you say, San Antonio?
San Antonio.
Okay, but if there is a protest, if people are walking in the streets of San Antonio and they're protesting any issue, they're all carrying, right? According to you.
I don't know. I don't know.
They're not going to put their guns away because they're going to walk down the street and say, we don't believe in, right?
Okay.
The idea that this guy
should... It's a very hostile situation there. So him going there with a gun is a little crazy.
Well, it didn't work out for him, that's for sure.
No, it's terrible.
It's sad. He had a right, and I don't,
And those guys have a right to...
But to put any kind of blame on him...
I'm not blaming him. I think it's terrible.
All right, but just to say, it's...
if all of these people just let ICE do their job, you wouldn't have had these 2 murders.
People in America don't like what ICE is doing.
Not people in America, some factions.
Okay.
And I hate to tell you this, more than half of America agrees with this shit.
What?
More than 50% of the population, I guarantee it, wants ICE to do this. Probably
to do what they're doing right now?
Not murder people, but to clean up the borders 100%.
No, but to take take people who... let me give you an example.
Yank them by their collars.
All right, let me give you an example. There's a guy who is a soldier, and he's a soldier in the Army. I'm sure which service it is. He's in the service. He's overseas. He's been married for 13 years. To his wife, and they have 2 kids, and he's overseas fighting for his country or standing by for his country. They come grab his wife and fucking send her fucking God knows where. You
what
think
about
that's
that?
Right?
Is that a real scenario?
Yes.
Okay, so what? So tell me it again.
Guy is married for 13 years. He's a
American citizen?
Yes.
Okay.
He's an American citizen.
He's married to a person that doesn't have their correct documentation.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But,
Okay.
like, I was married to a woman who had a green card. And, like, if you've got a green
What
card,
country?
she was from England.
Okay.
But does that mean that, like,
go?
these guys could have come in and just, like, grabbed her? Married to me.
Potentially.
Okay. Well,
You got to have the right documentation. See, here's the thing. People don't want to look at stuff. They go, well, I smoke 75 cigarettes an hour. Why do I have cancer? I mean, there's consequences to everything. So, yes, you might have gotten away with it for as long as you did. But the bottom line is a guy was married to a woman who's not documented properly. I'm not even saying illegal. See that?
I'm not sure if she was documented properly or not.
Okay.
They just grabbed her.
So they took
and
her.
disappeared her.
Okay. And now she's out of the country.
I believe so.
Okay. So.
And he's serving
Our country.
our country.
Okay. Well, that
And those two children,
Okay. Well, that would have to find all the information about that. That will, in my opinion, get fixed because he's serving our country, and there is an overreach.
In the meantime, she's sitting in some cell someplace.
Guess
for the
what?
last
Are you
2
ready for
weeks.
this? Oh well.
Okay.
Oh well. This is a big problem.
Callous bitch.
No, I'm not, because these things happen. It's not a callous bitch. It's like, have you ever been pulled over for a car?
Have I been?
And you don't have your license?
Yeah.
Have you ever been detained?
Yeah, I've been.
Okay.
detained.
Oh well, because you didn't have your license. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not callous. It's like, dude, there are. Let me give you the opposite scenario.
Right.
How about you're in Minnesota,
Okay.
and you're there trying to do your job, and you're a guy that gets paid by ICE to do this, and you go into this hostile environment, and people are whistling and blowing and warning people to leave because ICE is here,
Yeah.
and you roll down the window and go, "Thanks a lot," because the person you just alerted, his whole group, he's gone, and he's a child.
You know.
What? What? You just that?
The whole.
You just
The whole.
Some lady sitting in a jar for 2 weeks, which one of them knows true, but child rapist.
The whole idea that we're dealing with.
That is liberal logic.
Pedophilias or whatever you.
100% true.
Well,
there's multiple cases
and
of
horrible
murder.
criminals, killers, everything.
There's multiple cases.
I'm not saying multiple. Yeah, what, a dozen, 2 dozen, 100, 200, 500?
Why are you minimizing it?
I'm not minimizing it. I'm asking you. I'm not minimizing
I don't know
it,
the
but
number,
I'm
but
not
it's a
saying
lot more
like
than 12.
I'm asking you. Oh, let's say there's 12,000.
Okay.
Out of 350 million.
Yes.
Let's say there's 50,000.
Yes.
Okay. They're going after. They're not. What America seems to be upset with is they're not just necessarily going after those people. They're going after everybody, and they don't even know whether they're documented or not until they grab them and then throw them in jail and handcuff them and take them to some center and leave them there for 8 hours or 10 hours until they can figure out if they're documented or not. In the meantime, their kids can't be picked up from.
But the same people claiming about we're under authoritarianism were pushing a experimental vaccine 5 years ago. So that's a whole other ball of wax. So you sit there and say, well, America, freedom's away. How about this is the same country where a whole group of people cheered when Luigi Maggione shot a CEO in the back.
Who cheered?
Fucking psychopaths. Bunch of people. You say this is America. This is the same country that made TikTok
I
videos.
never saw anybody cheering it.
Well, then you live
Shooting
in a
somebody
bubble,
in the
bro.
back, shooting some guy.
There's tons of videos of people being so happy that Luigi
You can
Mangione.
isolate any issue and find 10 people that are fucking going, yeah.
But there's a lot more than 10.
Nobody's celebrating that guy's death. Bill Burr made a joke about it, but nobody was celebrating that guy's death.
I totally disagree with you. I think you minimize things.
Who did you see celebrating?
It's all over online.
It's
There's
all
people
over
show
online.
up.
Okay, do you see that
I
in
touch
person?
grass.
Do you see that in person, or do you you ever talk to anybody Or do you just, is it everything that's online?
Well, I don't have time to go to New York and interview everyone.
Okay.
But I've enough videos of seeing the same type of people. I think it's an actual
That
event.
are celebrating the death of the CEO of the drug company?
Michael, you are in bubble land, my guy.
Okay.
And I love you. What you here's what it is, and this is where you and I are going to make the world a better place. Okay.
Let's try.
Because when I say things to you that irritate you, you get mad.
No, you are the one who
you get mad and you take
I
it
look
personally. Mad? Yes, you do. And yes,
you
you
haven't
do.
seen me mad.
I know you can get more mad, but when I say something that you don't agree with, you get aggravated.
No, I don't. I just don't agree.
But you don't agree like this.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. I can read body language. All of a sudden, you can read what's going on inside of my brain.
See what the comments say.
Well, they're your fans.
Or my fans.
Your people.
Your fans shit all over me.
No, nobody shits. That's the thing about my podcast is I've asked everybody to be respectful to everybody else.
That's not always going to happen. But here's what I'm going to tell you:
we're going to try. Can we try?
Yeah, we are trying. Okay. But what's going on? I don't know what you are. I just think you're a bro. But whatever you subscribe to it, because I don't like labels. I have something called be loyal to the logic, not the label, right? So I don't care about liberal, Democrat, trans, straight, all this stuff. I just care about people, right? Okay. But I do probably think you subscribe to probably a certain sort of democratic liberalism, right? But you do have a certain thing in your mind where if something's brought to you, you literally scoff. And it's like offensive to your thoughts. And it's fascinating because you're cool. So imagine me trying to deal with somebody not you. You know how hard that is? If we were to watch this podcast right now and open up to the comments and say, who's more open-minded, me or you? Who do you think's going to win?
More open-minded?
Yes. Who's more open to ideas, me or you?
I would say we're pretty even.
Michael.
All right. Well, here's the thing: is the people that are going to write in on your podcast are going to say one thing. The people that write into my podcast, and I don't get into this conversation.
You bring it up.
No, I bring it up with you just so we have something to talk about. But my podcast has more to do with like movies and making movies and interviewing people like Charlie Sheen and. My podcast is called Just Fooling About. You know why it's called that?
No.
Okay. I did a movie called Tombstone.
I know. One of the greatest ever.
And there's a very famous scene in that movie where Val Kilmer walks out of the fucking shadows and says, I'll be your Huckleberry. And Johnny Ringo says, fight's not with you, Holiday. And he says, well, I beg to differ. And then I say... Johnny Ringo says, I was just fooling about. So that's from Tombstone. By the way, let me tell you something about that Tombstone, just so we're lay off the fucking politics for a little bit, and have this kind of back and forth between you this and you. This is how you feel. You're telling me how I feel. I want you to know that do you know that movie?
It's been a while since I've seen it, but I know how amazing it is.
So that movie, that scene that was shot where he comes out and says, I'll be your Huckleberry. It's probably the most famous scene in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where he kills Johnny Ringo. And all right,
where Val kills you.
Val kills me. And so we did. That movie was a mess. The director got fired. They brought in this guy George Cosmatos.
Why did the first director get fired?
First guy got fired because he was very rigid.
What was his name?
Wouldn't listen to anybody else's ideas. Was not as collaborative as we're used to being.
His name was what?
Wait a second.
Good director?
Well, he hadn't never Kevin Jarre. Kevin Jarre wrote the script and he wrote Glory, and he was in Glory. Wrote the script, and they gave him a chance to direct, and he directed for 4 weeks. And after 4 weeks, they fired him.
Who led the toss, Val or you?
The toss of what?
Tossing him out.
Oh, I'm not up there on that totem pole. That would have been Kurt and Andy Vanya, I think, who probably finally decided that this wasn't working out. But they waited 4 weeks, And
So he's there. So it was you, Val, Kurt.
not me.
No, but you were in the movie.
Yeah.
Val, Kurt, you.
Yeah, there's everybody is in the movie. Bill Paxton's in the movie.
Bill.
Stephen Lang's in the movie. Sam Elliott's in the movie.
Okay.
Billy Bob Thornton's in the movie. Everybody's.
Sam
John
Elliott
Corbett.
has to be in the movie. It's
Sam-
like illegal not to make a Western without him.
Seems to be, yeah.
So you had some. Billy wasn't Billy yet.
No.
So there's 7 of you guys that are very strong, unique personalities and stars.
Yes.
So you didn't talk amongst yourself and say this guy's annoying, or maybe Kurt just took the reign from everybody.
I didn't find him annoying. He wanted to make a movie the way that he wanted to make it, and he wanted to make it in kind of an old-fashioned style where there was a lot of wide shots.
That's
and
cool.
Not a lot of coverage. So there wasn't going to give the studio the ability to, he turns in his director's cut, and then he was not getting a lot of cover. I don't know all of the details. He was just very rigid. And I pulled, the day before he got fired, I pulled him into my trailer, and I said, because I liked him. I liked him a lot. I said, he's no longer with us. I said, Kevin, you got Kurt Russell out there. We had an Academy Award winning DP. I'll think of his name in a moment.
Maybe Jack Green.
What? No. And he got Powers Booth.
Wow.
You
got everybody.
We had Jim Jacks, who was the producer at the time. It's a collaborative effort. It's a team thing. It's you've been there dozens.
This
and
is
dozens
a lot
of
of.
times.
These
It's
are a
all
lot
about
of
that.
things to negotiate here to navigate.
Yeah, you can't just hey, it's my way or the highway. I wrote this movie. I'm going to make it the way that I wanted, and I pulled him and I said, "You got fucking Kurt Russell's been doing this since he was 3.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to him.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to Val Kilmer. He's a great fucking actor. Listen to him. Our DP, I'll think of his name while we're talking. Listen to him. He shot Chinatown, for God's sakes,
Wow. Wow.
So anyway, what I was going to tell you about that scene, which a lot of people don't know, they love the movie, they love that scene, I'll be a Huckleberry, is that it was shot second unit. So it was, Val and I went out the day before, and
That's crazy.
We rehearsed the scene, Val and I never paid any attention to each other. He was one of them, and I hung out with Powers, and we never talked.
Because on the movie you were opposite gangs, so you guys stayed kind of in that vibe.
You know how that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little methody.
Yeah, well, whatever. But I hung out with Powers, and I hung out with Stephen Lang, and I hung out with John Corbett, and I hung out with my guys, and he bonded with Kurt. And the two of those guys kind of got along, and that's the way it was. And I never. People ask me about Val Kilmer. I'm like, I don't know. I never met the motherfucker. Never met him.
But
I work with him, but he was always sort of like he was always, when I was around him, he was always kind of pulling the Doc Holliday card, and I was always fucking pulling the Johnny Ringo card. So when we went out to rehearse that scene, there was no, the day before, he drove out in his car, I drove out in my car. We got out of the car. There wasn't any, hey, Val, how you doing, man? What'd you do last night? None of that. It's like, all right, motherfucker.
So not just general pleasantries.
No.
And so did you take that personally?
No.
At all?
No.
But,
no, I didn't treat him fucking with any kind of either.
But
wasn't nice to him either.
If he gave you a hug, would you have given him a hug back?
He wouldn't have given me a hug. When we went out there to rehearse the scene, we decided we were going to do that scene right next to each other instead of at 12 paces or 10 paces or whatever, and that we'd be standing next to each other, and then we'd start circling each other, and that when he shot me, I'd still I'd stumble and the gun would go off, so we had it all blocked. So when they shot that, George Cosmatos, who's the director, he wasn't even fucking there. It was
the second unit for everybody listening.
Somebody look up the DP on Fraker, William Fraker. William Fraker was the DP. So the DP was there. He had a cameraman. He had a cameraman with him, a makeup person, and a sound person.
But William Fraker was there shooting it.
Fraker shot
It's
it.
kind of first unit in a way because you have the DP
There was only
there.
5 of us there, though.
Yes,
So
but
the
it's
whole
not the director.
first unit was someplace else.
Not the DP, though. The DP was with you.
The DP was with us. Yeah.
So you go and you start doing the scene.
Well, no, so then we shot the scene, but I think it's interesting for audiences to understand the most famous scene in the movie that everybody loves, Tombstone, was shot by 4 people, not 90 people.
And what's crazy is, so people understand who aren't cinema heads, is that second unit means that it's not the director. He's off shooting the important stuff.
Right.
And this is relegated to the B team, if you will.
Yeah.
And Michael, not only in that movie, but is one of the biggest scenes in cinema history, I would say, was shot by 4 people.
With Westerns,
And his second unit.
Yes.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So second unit, there's something even called third unit where they do inserts, and so it's basically they give the camera to a camera op, and it's like, what you're saying is wasn't handled with the care that everyone think it was, but it was with you guys. It just wasn't with the director.
Well, Val and I went out, we rehearsed it.
Shows you how great the acting is.
No, there was no anything other than he wanted it to be good and I wanted it to be good, and that's why we went out and rehearsed it. And so we had the blocking down, so we knew what we were doing. And Fraker said, "Okay, well, what are we doing?" We showed him the blocking, and he said, "Okay, let me set it up," and he, shot it.
You shoot that scene. At the end of the scene, you feel good.
I felt good, yeah.
And Val probably felt good.
I think he did, yeah.
Do you guys say good job? He walks one way. He gets in his car. You get in your car.
Well, he had a
car.
That was the rehearsals. We had the cars. We drove out there. When we went to shoot it, that was, we drove in, and then they took us, even though we were second unit, they took us in a car, or they took
Val
him
had
in
his
a
own
car,
car.
or we were on horses, or he took a horse, or I took a, no.
You didn't share a same vehicle.
I never shared anything with Val. I never talked to him. I never really said much to Kurt. I love Kurt to death. He did an incredible job holding that movie together when it could have fallen apart, when they did fire Kevin Jarre. He held it together. They had to cut a number of scenes out of the movie, Michael, before we shot them. It was a 145-page script. And when they fired Kevin Jarre after 4 weeks of shooting, they said, you got to cut 30 pages out of the script. So Johnny Ringo's best scene, now I can pull it up on my phone and fucking play it for you, but Johnny Ringo's best scene after Powers Booth is killed, we never shot it.
Oh.
Never fucking shot it. And I believe that the Cowboys, meaning Powers Booth, Stephen Lang, myself, John Corbett, I thought that we got the bad end of what got cut, and the women in the movie that played the wives, they had a lot of their stuff cut out too. But you see, a lot of people in that movie that, they really don't. The Earps are pretty well covered, and but there's a lot of good people that were cowboys. That to give you an example, Michael Rooker, when he came on my podcast, Michael Rooker's character was a guy that was originally a cowboy and just said, like, these guys you're too much. I can't fucking hang with you guys, and ended up sort of with Wyatt Earp. That was the character. I'm not sure. He was playing a guy named McMasters in real life, but that character isn't there. There's
gone.
A lot of characters that were there that aren't there anymore. John Corbett played a character that was there.
Cut out.
There anymore. Not cut out, never shot.
Never shot. But he was hired to shoot.
People, I say this over and over and over again, and then people write in and go like, "Oh, they shouldn't have cut that."
Never shot.
Never shot.
But Corbett was on set with you.
Oh, Corbett and I, he was fun.
Yep.
Married to Bo Derek. So,
Yeah.
he's an outstanding guy, outstandingly fun guy, yeah.
Bo Derek, my mother.
What about him? I mean, I know Bo Derek. I don't know your mother.
Bo Derek's my mother. You said, what about him? Oh, she's my mother.
Bo Derek's your mother?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, she must have had you when she was about 10.
I'm just not going to tell you anything else. The comments will show you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So wait, John Corbett was on that movie and never shot any of his stuff?
Well, didn't shoot what was in the original
But
script.
he was in the movie.
Yeah.
But we call it an HPE.
Yeah, the guys that played the two McClary brothers who
Mm-hmm.
were killed in the movie, I'm trying to think of the Academy Award winner from Sideways.
Thomas.
Thomas Hayden Church.
Yeah.
Thomas Hayden
God,
Church.
what a cast. This is the most stacked cast of ever.
Right.
Wow.
Right. Thomas.
It's more and more. Would that movie nominated for Best Picture?
Nominated for nothing.
Which is insane.
No, nothing. And not only that, nobody went to see the movie. And it didn't get good reviews. So it didn't do anything for anybody's career. But now, Jamie, it's 40 years later. Now, it took people word of mouth, and it's the same thing. I'll give you another example of a movie like this, Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Great movie, right?
Incredible.
Didn't do any business when it came out. Nobody cared about it. Didn't get any Academy Awards, nothing,
Did Wyatt Earp get the I don't think Wyatt Earp did good either, did it?
What?
Did Wyatt Earp?
Wyatt Earp didn't do good either,
No.
but Wyatt Earp is not remembered. Wyatt Earp
No,
didn't
you're
do,
remembered.
Yeah.
Tombstone's remembered. I think it was
it's
90
not. Yeah, it
was like 38 years ago.
Yeah,
It's like
35.
91, 92.
We
Yeah.
shot. It came out in 93. I think.
Yeah, it's right around
so
there.
whatever that is.
So, but the fact that that's all I hear about, and now it's approaching Unforgiven.
I know.
And it's like
I know.
and then
Unforgiven
it goes,
won Academy Award for Best Picture.
Mhm.
Clint won.
But it's in the pantheon of Sergio Leone. It's in the pantheon of the greatest of John Ford's.
Yes.
I mean,
according to other people, it's very hard for me to be biased about it. I mean, I'm in it, so
Yes.
I can't. And Kurt says the same thing. But I've heard Kurt basically say, I can't. Like, I'm in it, and I can't, whatever. But he said, I can tell you this. There's not a Western that's ever been made that is as quotable. I'll be your Huckleberry,
100%.
your ignorant wretch. I want your blood and I want your soul and I want them both right now. And on and on and on, Wow. Yeah.
This was what I have to say is because there's been a couple movies this year that have been really amazing and they haven't
Please tell me because I can't. What's been amazing? And I haven't seen all of them. So, and if you mention one, I just think it's been a horrible year. The movies that could very easily that seem to win the earlier all these shows, by the way, 5 years from now, nobody cares.
Exactly.
They're not even on network television. What?
I'm so with you on this.
Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody pays attention to the Academy Awards anymore. But what good movies did you see? Please tell me, because I would like to know that.
I'm scared to say my opinions, but I think one battle after another.
Okay, well that's the one that I just didn't understand it. I didn't get it. I didn't understand. And by the way, nobody else did either. It's going to lose $100 million. You know that, right?
Well, hold on. This is what I want to say because it's fascinating when we're taking different sides of this when you should be on the other side and I should be on your side. Okay, here's what it is. First of all, it's this insanely highly original movie, which all of Paul Thomas Anderson movies are. Completely original.
Okay, it's original.
Okay.
And like every other movie ever made is pretty original.
No, there's remakes, there's hackneyed, there's
Terminator, Aliens, The Abyss.
You're taking some of the greatest movies of all time. Those are super original.
Okay.
There's also...
All right, it's original. What else?
Air Bud was original. It is. It's just because that's what I'm saying, though. Just because different genre, but there's also things that aren't original. There's a ton of unoriginal.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So here's what's crazy is because the movie is
Mission Impossible 7 probably is not real original.
but it's amazingly made.
Yeah, it didn't make any money. You know, it lost money.
Can I get a thought? You're like this. Let me ask you a question. You know what time it is? Let me show you my fucking watch. Put your dick in your pants. When do I get my fucking dick out? Jesus Christ.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
And you're my elder, dude, but you make me crazy sometimes. I'm trying to be respectful, but Jesus, bro.
Right.
I feel like this is why a relationship is hard with you. Because you always dominate.
Talk.
Okay, listen.
Talk. Come on.
So I think the movie is propaganda-ish, but doesn't mean I didn't like the movie and think it's amazingly entertaining.
Why propaganda-ish?
It's basically Antifa origin story. There's
What?
a lot. Antifa. There's a lot of that in there. You'll see it.
Yeah,
but
no,
here's what I
yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to say.
yeah.
What you were saying
I
is that
agree.
the movie. You're basically saying she's getting into the family business when she says bye to Leo, and then she's going to go out and now become a revolutionary.
No, I know.
And which isn't bad, but then it's questionable.
That was all that stuff seemed to be going on back in the 60s.
100%.
Right?
And
So the idea that it's going on now or somehow
it's still happening big
Really?
time. So let's go back. You just said something though that you just negated, and this is, and we're on film, so we're not talking politics. So that movie is highly original. I believe, don't quote me, someone can say it, was based off a short story or a book. I'm not sure.
Book.
Okay. So, but it was a wild idea that no one was like, get this movie. So I believe it was made for $140 million. Let's just say marketing is another 40. Let's just say they're 180 in. Okay. Well, first of all, the movie's made over 200 million worldwide.
You're just totally wrong.
Can I finish?
All right.
Okay. So, but they're saying that the movie's going to lose 100 million. And I'm with you. Hollywood is changing and all this stuff. But I will say it's going to be the Tombstone effect. It will last.
That movie?
Yes, it will. I believe that movie will be around for fucking 40 years.
Well, everything's going to be around.
It will be a Criterion collection. It will get all of that. And so I think it was a labor of love for all those guys involved. And, Leo is hilarious in it. Like, it's a dramatic movie, but he's hilarious.
As an actor, let me ask you a question.
Hilarious.
Let me ask you.
Leo's way more funny than people realize.
Leo's a brilliant
he's funny.
actor. Brilliant, and he's funny. He's
like Wolf of Wall Street to me is a comedy.
I love and a great,
Sean Penn.
Great movie.
I don't agree with Sean Penn's politics at all. Hilarious. So good in this movie.
Was it hard? It was hard for me when I first started watching that movie. And that woman walks up to
Benicio,
Sean
awesome.
Penn and says, "Get a hard on," and all of a sudden he's like, boom, he's got a fucking hard on. Like right away, that I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? Like within like 2 seconds, he's got this big fucking hard on. Right? Am I wrong, or is that?
That was so fucking great.
That was great.
That was hilarious.
Was it realistic?
Yes, but that's why it's so great about it. Okay, let me explain this to you.
Okay, thank you.
Blue Chew just dropped something that is next level, championship, gold-plated energy. Blue Chew Gold is the newest innovation from the #1 chewable ED brand. This isn't your grandfather's little blue pill. This isn't even your father's. This is a 4-in-1 performance-enhancing beast. Just me talking about it has given me more blood flow to my brain. This little blue pill is setting the gold standard for peak performance in the bedroom. We're talking 2 ingredients to keep that blood flowing, to keep that rocket rising. Plus apomorphine and oxytocin for more connection and arousal with your partner in the sack. Blue Chew Gold dissolves right under your tongue and works within as little time as 15 minutes. That means you can stay in the game longer. Elevation without hesitation. That's right. You heard that. Let's say that again. Elevation without hesitation. She's ready to roll. You're ready to rock. This is peak passion, peak performance in one little tablet. Forget Netflix and chill. This is Netflix and fill with one little blue pill. Make your life easier by getting harder. Go to bluechew.com. See what I did right there? Easier, harder. Oh, and look right here. I got a special deal for our listeners right now. Look what they just sent me. Get 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with code Jamie. That's promo code Jamie. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we appreciate you, Blue Chew, for sponsoring this podcast. Stay up, man. Let's go back to David O. Russell again. Let's go back to original ideas, like him, always making an original idea. So when we did Three Kings, which is a crazy idea, the studio was like, what genre is it? And David was always like, it's a movie. It's a movie, right? It's an experience, an artistic experience, right? So he never believed in genres. He believed in making a great piece of art, which I'm sure Jim Cameron is too. You could call Terminator sci-fi, but it's way more than that. Way more than that.
Poor action too.
It's so much more. There's drama. I mean, come on.
Love story.
So, 100%. So you have... David always would say this with all great directors, Baz Luhrmann, Wes Craven, all of us, because when we do movies, you're always said, this is the day. It's the heightened day. That's why you watch a movie, because it's a heightened day, the everyman. Today is the day and everything gets crazy. Like Dog Day Afternoon, guy robs a bank and everything goes wrong. That's the day. Heightened circumstances.
Compare that to Dog Day Afternoon?
Well, let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. What I'm saying is, when she says, get a hard on, that was completely justifiable and awesome. I'm going to tell you why. Because she knew, it's so good because I never talk about movies, I'm going to now. She knew that this guy wanted to fuck her. So she knew she had the power. That girl is fantastic, Teyana. And she basically said, even you're the boss of all this world, you're the big army man, I control your dick. So she said, get a hard on. And he's like, so he became a simp. Do you know what a simp is? He became her bitch. So even though this woman didn't have any money or anything else in society, she had her power, the power of the P. Okay. And that's why her and Leo were always on each other, because you saw this intense thing, but she had that power. Her sexuality was powerful. So the fact that she made this guy get a boner, and he did, was hilarious.
In like 10 seconds.
Oh, right. Do you not like the scientific thing that you didn't think he could get the boner? Is that the issue? What do you have problems with boner scene?
Let's move on.
No, but here's another thing you do. You ask a question, then you get an answer, and you're like, let's move on.
No. Okay. No, it seemed odd to me, and she walked up to him, and she said,
she goes, get that dick hard.
Okay.
Get that dick
within
hard.
about 15 seconds, he's got a hard on that's, by the way, about this big. Right?
I wasn't measuring it. I was too busy laughing.
Okay.
I mean.
So you were laughing. It was a comedy. Do you consider that a comedic movie? Was that a comedy?
There was a lot of funny moments in that movie.
Well, there's a lot of funny there's a lot of funny moments in the Terminator.
Yes.
There's a lot of funny moments in a lot of movies, and all movies should have some humor.
It has its through line is a deeper.
I just didn't get it. Okay,
bro, it's crazy. I did get it, and I don't believe in certain messages that it said, but you do, and you didn't get it. Fascinating.
Let me ask you a question, okay?
Go for it.
About Leo, who I always thought is the best actor of his generation, and he's just absolutely wonderful in everything that he does. But when an actor is not forcing the issue, he's reacting. Mm-hmm. You know the difference between acting and reacting, of course, right? Wouldn't you rather play a character who is acting and making things happen, like Johnny Ringo, like Doc Holliday, those are the guys that are like active, not reacting. When you react as an actor, I was always told as an actor, geez, that's not as strong. And it seemed to me that as brilliant as he is that Leo's character was always reacting, instead of being the active part of the story, and I don't find that as interesting as a character that's.
But I think you're right. He was reacting a lot because he was kind of also
brilliantly
a
too.
simp to this chick. I know, we get it. You covered. Okay. He was a simp to this chick. His character was she was the ultimate powerful figure in the movie.
Didn't
even
she
though she was only in
it?
She was only in it for like 15 minutes. Yeah. But she set the tone.
Listen, I just didn't get it. Okay. You said we started talking about movies.
Well, I was just
saying
all
the great movies that you've seen.
No, here's what I want to say is that movie everyone's coming down on for its budget and what it's going to lose, but I'm just saying at the end of the day because I do think it will make its money back, because it's just a long play though. I bet it will. Side bet?
Yeah.
I bet it will.
All right. Next time we do a podcast,
We'll check it out.
We'll see where they. I'll have you back on mine, and we'll see. But let's say 6 months or when do you think
6 months? We
twin,
just gave your movie 35 years. I'm saying 30 years.
30 years from now, that's going to be considered a masterpiece?
It might be.
Well, it might a lot of things.
Well, no, but what I love about you, and I talked with another big director, and is that
I'm not a big director.
No, but you're a big actor. So, is that we're in a place in this world where I agree with you, and you said, like, I don't want to. I've been fortunate; I have some money saved and stuff, but I don't want to do shit if it doesn't make a mark. But when you said all the stuff about the Netflix shows, I agree with you. They're just making filler. What's going to leave?
Don't talk negatively about Netflix, because
You're up for a job.
Because I got a call from a big executive over there about 2 weeks ago. Big fucking executive who makes big ass fucking movies.
Okay, so
$100 million movies, right?
Okay,
and I'm not used to getting, it's been a long time since anybody's called me and wants to have a meeting with me, right?
Okay, so then I'll delete that.
What?
I'll delete it.
You don't have to delete it. What are you fucking talking about? I'm just telling you. I wanted to bring this up anyway because it's really I'm.
So $100 million movie. Executive calls
he's done like 10 of them, 15 of them. Over
he's
Netflix.
On your nuts.
Netflix is like Disney now. They're okay. You can call it whatever you want to call it. All right. So anyway, he calls. My agents call me and they say this guy wants to have a meeting with you, and I'm like, well, you don't know all of their content if you want to just like throw it away.
I'm not. You started it.
No,
this is what you do.
No, you're calling it Dick Flicks.
I was being funny.
That's not very funny.
Okay, sorry. Thank you for that live action Yelp. But you said things don't stick. They're not making Chinatown. So I was saying.
I never said that. What are you talking about? I just said I didn't get one battle after another. That's all I'm saying.
Before that, dude,
I've never said
all these TV shows, they're coming. You did say that.
I did?
Dude, I'm going to send you the fucking clip.
What did I say?
Bro, you say some shit.
What did I say?
You said fucking
today?
all this. Yes, about 20 minutes ago.
What did I say? All these shows, by the way, 5 years from now, nobody cares. Exactly. They're not even on network television. What?
I'm so with you on this.
Yeah, nobody cares.
You said all these TV shows, they're matter. They're going to come and go. No one's going to remember this shit.
No, listen, I just say there's a lot of
content. And that's the big argument with streaming.
There's a lot of content. Okay.
Christopher Nolan would agree with you.
Okay, well, Netflix alone has got over 500 new pieces of content every year.
It's hard to find a Chinatown in that.
No, it's not, because they're doing 500 pieces, and
I know, but it's just like fucking throwing a lot. I'm not cheating on Netflix. What I'm saying is when you
are when you're making fun of the name of it.
Well, I didn't know that this was a dramedy podcast. I thought it was comedy. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sorry, I made
I'm
fun
not a comedian.
Look at you simping, but you're very funny. Look at you simping for Netflix. I got an executive meeting. Congratulations. I hope you get this fucking job.
All right.
People pop.
Fuck you.
Bro.
Hey,
bro.
Listen. Bro, let me finish my little story.
You come at me.
Can I finish my little story?
Finish all of them.
All right. Just to finish the little story. So anyway,
not gonna be little.
I was very
Jesus Christ. This motherfucker.
I was very excited.
Remember at the Burbank airport how you were yelling shit? Go ahead.
You're the one who's always yelling.
Go ahead.
I was very excited.
No, that is awesome.
I was very, very excited. This big ass motherfucking producer fucking wanted to fucking
incoming call.
Yes, I want to meet Michael Biehn. Okay, I'm like, oh my God, this is like fucking head of Disney or something. Like the same thing. I want to meet Michael Biehn. What? He wants to meet me? Oh wow!
He's a fan.
He came. I met him for lunch about a week ago.
Where'd you go?
Some famous Hollywood
Palm.
No, I don't know the name of it. I'm so
Canners.
Out of that realm now. But as soon as I walked up, you could see those suits and the people that were kind of dressed with the bags and carrying around scripts, and you could tell right away it was one of those spots.
The Norris.
But he sits down to me, and I'm like, like this guy's maybe he's got a part, maybe he's interested in me for like a movie that he's, what I mean? He's going, Michael, I love your podcast.
Whoa.
I absolutely love your podcast.
Whoa.
And we sat for 2 hours and just had a great time talking about the podcast and mostly the podcast and the people that I've had on, the Jim Cameron interview. And
There's other people on it.
Well, there's all sorts of people that have been on it.
There's other people that have been on
You've been on it. I have been on it. And you've been on it. You were wonderful. That's where we met. That's how we
met
fell in love. Well,
I was signing across the room, and you were signing across the room.
Okay. Well,
and we looked at each other.
Okay.
And then you were mad.
Okay. Then I what?
You got mad.
I got mad?
Probably.
I don't. Yeah. People always think I'm mad. My wife says I've got like a mad bitch face. Yeah.
And bitch face.
Yeah. So anyway, what ends up happening is he's talking about the
biggest meeting.
And I say to him,
good for him for loving your pod.
It's just me and my son and a friend of mine who lives up in.
Oh, you brought a couple of kids.
No, my son produces the podcast. You met Kaylin, So it's just us. We don't have any way of getting guests. The only way Jennifer reached out.
She comes up to my table.
Jennifer
Stalks me.
Jennifer
She's great.
Got Jim Cameron.
Yeah.
I didn't want to ask for Jim because I was like, Jim, I don't want to ask.
What a great pod that was.
Well,
huge get.
Well, I know, but
it should happen because you guys are so close together.
He's working at Netflix. He goes like, like we're friends now. Maybe I can find some people that might be interested in coming on you. Because I'm like, you're Netflix. You got more content than anybody else. Send me anybody who wants to promote their shows.
So look at you,
right?
Becoming Dick Cavett with an edge. This is what's crazy.
I'm very excited.
Well, you like that joke. But here's what's crazy. Some of them you don't like at all. But, boy, when you like it, boy, Jesus. What's crazy is you're one of the greatest actors to ever be on a fucking screen, and you're up there interviewing other people. Isn't that crazy? But white privilege doesn't exist because if you were to go out for a role right now, you'd be the bad piece of shit white man.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
They'll get it in the comments.
Okay.
James Woods said, where does Whitey fit in now?
Where's what?
Whitey. James Wood said that on a pod. It was very interesting.
What is Whitey?
Where does Whitey fit in? In roles, it's always the villain now. But you said white privilege.
Let me tell you something about James Woods.
Great actor. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Also part of the LA pipeline. Do you know what that is?
No.
Milton Berle's the king of it. And then it goes down from there. James Wood.
What is it?
LA pipeline.
What is it? Tell me. I mean, he's Milton Berle and
Milton Berle is the president of the LA pipeline.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of others.
But what is it?
I'm not going to sell you. You're going to find out later and let the comments say it. James, he might be a charter member of LA Pipeline.
James Woods.
I think I'm I'm still waiting to get my card, but I'm like in a waiting list.
For that group?
LA
You're going to join a group?
Well, not join. They find you.
They find you and what? You can't tell me?
No, I can't tell you.
Like the Masons now?
No, it's good. It's just you know,
to hang around with a bunch of other fucking people that think just exactly like you, like James Woods. Would you say that your politics are closer to mine or to James Woods?
Definitely James Woods.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
All right.
Definitely James Woods.
Enough said about, your politics, okay?
He also produced Oppenheimer.
Okay.
And so he's an open mind. Go ahead. I don't even know James Woods.
Okay. I do.
Okay.
Right?
So tell me the story.
All right. So James Woods, who is a brilliant actor, doesn't seem to act anymore. Brilliant actor of my time, generation. He's 2 or 3 years older than me, Jeff Bridges, kind of like that guys, those guys, they did a movie together. But he called me twice to have lunch with him back in the day, come over the hill, because I was living in the valley with my second family and my wife. And I came over and I met with him twice because he wanted to produce and direct a movie, and he wanted me to be in it. He was a big fan of mine, big fan of mine. And so he brought me over for lunch twice. He never got his movies made, but I've always loved Jimmy Woods, not only because like El Salvador, which is I think the very first time. Oh no, he was even before that. But yeah, no, he's a brilliant guy. But he likes me, so. Yeah, I'm not sure that I would just say that I'm to the left of
you are
of Mr. Woods.
And part of yes. But wait, let me finish asking about the Netflix thing. Did you end up with a podcast deal, or he's just a fan, or you might do a movie?
He's going to be a friend of the podcast.
Okay, this is great.
I know. That's why I wanted to bring it up, because it's like I'm very excited about it. You having a podcast, you can imagine having the head of Disney say to you, "Oh, let me send some people your way. I know this person, I know that person, and I can,
Do you know what
make
I
a few
get?
Calls. What?
People that say, "Oh, you should avoid that podcast." Don't go on that guy's podcast. That's what I get.
Why? Why wouldn't somebody want to go on your podcast?
Because
why don't you cut that shit off?
I'm going to.
Yeah, okay.
It's the end of it. It's
yeah.
happening.
And then just shave your head. Do that thing. And then you can play like a guy in prison.
A heavy.
Yeah.
A heavy.
Yeah, you could be really good if you just shaved all that hair and then shaved your... Do you have a round head?
I have a pretty nice round head. I have a nice head.
Yeah, good. Yeah, do that. Next time I
head.
See you, I want all that hair gone. Do you like trim down there and stuff? You keep that hair in fucking order down all around and like, because I shave everywhere. I shave my arms, I shave my chest, I groom, I do like it's everywhere.
How old are you?
70, almost.
And you shave your balls at 70?
I don't shave it. Yeah, I do.
You shave your ball sack?
Well, I don't really have that many hairs on my ball sack, but there is a lot of hair down there, and I don't like hair anywhere.
But hair is manly.
Yeah, people have hair on their ass, people have hair on their backs, like that. I don't like it. Anyway, so I shave it all off my body.
Wow.
I groom, as I learned from Howard Stern years and years and years ago to groom.
Why?
So your significant other or somebody else doesn't have to go like, whoa.
Why
geez.
Howard Stern?
Because he was talking about grooming 10 years ago, 15 years ago. He was talking about like how he would groom for his new wife, his second wife,
Are you a big listener of Howard Stern?
I used to listen to him all the time. Yeah, he's kind of the person who really kind of started all this, isn't he? In a way, I think.
Radio, you could go back before
radio,
that, but he was
then
a big...
he turned
he's
a serious...
Yeah, he's a Mount Rushmore for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm going to say something because we talked a lot. I'm going to ask you one other movie question. See how that naturally happened? But I wanted to say something political, but I'll stay in the movies. You told me a great story in the Burbank airport. And this is a great thing that's happening because your pod is blowing up. I've had 2 people say, Michael Biehn's pod is looking better and getting better. And you said to me in the airport when we were stranded that you liked my pod. You're like, I love your clips. It's looking good. How do I do that? And then from there, it starts happening. But your sons are amazing at it, right? 2 sons or 1 son?
1 son.
Yeah, but he's great. So he knows what he's doing. So now you're doing the pod. And in the airport, you told me this great story about William Friedkin.
Yeah.
Can you tell that story again?
Which, there's 10 fucking stories. About the one okay. Here's what happened with Billy Friedkin, okay?
I love you call him Billy.
What?
Billy Friedkin.
Okay, Billy Friedkin directed The Exorcist and French Connection, and a lot of other great movies, and a great director. He's insane, and I was told he was insane before he offered me a role in a movie.
Insane how?
I'm going to tell the story to give you an idea on how he's insane, justifiably abusive. You think this guy is like totally a motherfucker to a lot of people on the fucking set, and if he owns you, he fucking will take you apart day in and day out. His crew, his cast,
mentally,
yeah, of course,
okay.
Mentally, yeah. Do it again. Fuck that. Do it again.
Because
that's TV acting.
Because he wants a great product, or because he's
know.
abusive in your mind?
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
People talk about Jim Cameron. Jim Cameron's a fucking puppy dog compared to that motherfucker.
Wow.
Just a fucking puppy dog. He's
gone.
driven. He
passed
driven.
away.
Yeah, he died,
I don't like to
died
speak
about
ill
a year ago.
I don't like to speak ill of the dead, so. But you can
well,
talk about
I have already on my podcast.
Okay, so go ahead.
I'll just tell you the same story. And basically, he offered me a role. I read it. I liked it. My agent said, like, this guy's known for, I'm like, okay. Well, I went out. I met him. I talked to him. He was smart. He knew religion. He knew history and movies. You'd go to eat with him, and he'd be ordering the best wine. Here, try this, Michael. The best restaurants, all this kind of stuff.
Amazing.
Women, married to a couple of amazing women. Last one who's still alive, Sherry Lansing, who that was his last wife.
President.
That's his widow.
Wow.
What do you call a woman?
Widow.
Widow, whatever
She's
it is.
a widower.
Okay. So anyway, I liked him. So I signed on to do the movie, and I spent about a month with him because he's the only thing that Billy was not as good at as far as shooting was writing and being able to come up with the material. And he was kind of writing this with somebody else himself. And so I was helping him create my character. So I spent 2 months with him, and he was just a joy in every way as far as being collaborative, and we got along, and he was just this fascinating guy to me. I absolutely loved him. And my agents would call and say, like, he's known for, I'm like, nah, are you kidding me? This guy's fantastic, very collaborative and very, very, just an amazing, just his knowledge of a lot of things was very impressive for me at the time. I was about 30, or I guess I'd done the Terminator and maybe Aliens or something like that. The Abyss. It was somewhere around in there, in between those movies. And so anyway, we drive up to Stockton. We're shooting it in Stockton, and I just got married to Gina, my second wife, the mother of Kaylin, who does my podcast. And we drive up, and I guess I didn't get the memo, but everybody in the cast and crew all stayed in one hotel. Everybody stayed in one hotel. And I guess I didn't get that memo. I got an apartment that was, when I say walking distance, it was across the street, catty corner across the street from that hotel. Which was the production office, wardrobe, production office, the pre-production, all of that stuff. You go up there 2 weeks early and you do all that any kind of rehearsals and rewriting and all that kind of stuff, right? So I'm up there, and I'm just right there, and I'm in wardrobe, and I get a call from, I'm in wardrobe, and somebody comes running up to me and says, like, Billy wants to see you in his office, and he's really pissed. It's like, Billy? He's pissed? At me? What are you fucking talking about? So I walk in his office, and this motherfucker proceeds to fucking just tear into me. Just tear into me about the fact that I'm not staying in the hotel. And then when he needs to get a hold of somebody, he needs to get a hold of them. He needs to know where they are. If they're going to be working for a movie that he's on, he needs to know where they are at all times. And this happened on The Exorcist, and that happened on The Exorcist, and you need to do what I fucking tell you to do, like that, right? And I was like, oh, fuck. I was stunned because I just spent 2 months with him, and he was like a father almost. Yeah, I mean, he was like, I was close, and I just like went like, what? I just turned and walked out of his office, through wardrobe, out of the hotel towards my house. He came running out after me. I said, Michael, get back here. He put his hand on my shoulder. Like, he raced after me, put his hand on my shoulder to stop me. And I instinctively threw his fucking hand off and turned around. And I said, listen, motherfucker.
You dropped an MF?
Oh, I said, listen, motherfucker. You think I need this fucking movie? Fuck you, and fuck you more, okay?
You double.
Go fuck yourself.
You triple fucked him.
I'm done. I walk away. I call up my agent, Ed Lamato, who you're very aware of. handling Mel Gibson.
Royalty.
Yeah.
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul is right.
Denzel,
Michelle
everyone.
Pfeiffer and,
Yes.
and Denzel and
Only
everybody.
platinum
Yeah.
coated stars.
I call him up and I go like, this isn't gonna happen. This guy fucking blew up at me, and I told him to go fuck himself, and I'm getting in my car and I'm fucking driving home, and I get a call back, like later in the day or next morning or whatever, and Ed said, like, you're hired for this, Michael. You can't walk away from it. You're 1 week away from shooting. You can't just walk away. You'll get sued. And I said, all right, well, you tell that motherfucker if he ever fucking treats me like that again, he'll be fucking sorry. And so I proceeded to make the movie with him, and I always forget the name of it. It's like what, but I'll think of it in a moment. And from that moment on, he never fucked with me. Never, ever, ever fuck with me again. But he was very, very abusive to everybody else. Now, if I had been older, if it had been me now, I'm like, until you change like I would have done what Clooney done. Until you change your fucking tune, I'll be fucking in my trailer, motherfucker. No reason to treat people like that.
Mm-hmm.
We're not saving fucking lives here. This isn't the war. This isn't like,
What was your first moment back with him when you went on the set one day? Did he apologize, or he just was like quiet?
No, he just treated me treated me with respect.
So, but he didn't say like, "Hey man, sorry."
No.
Okay. Did Val, when you saw him at the premiere, say, "Hey man, great job"?
I never talked to Val again. People ask me what's Val Kilmer like. I'm like, I don't know. I never met the motherfucker.
God rest his soul. Wow. Why do you have beef with Val?
I don't have a beef. I just never liked the motherfucker. Not him.
Then who didn't you like?
I still don't. I don't like fucking Doc Holliday. Never fucking liked him and never will. That's the only thing that I ever knew about fucking Val Kilmer.
Let me go back to William Friedkin. You did this movie. When you work with a director who's intense,
as way more intense than I've worked with Michael Biehn, Cameron.
You've worked with the most intense. The most
the best thing that ever
Wow.
happened to me, I might have said it on the other podcast, is I sat in between Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino for 4 months when I did Grindhouse.
Yeah.
So that was very exciting. But those guys are not that way at all. They are both very like movies and we're having fun and isn't this great?
But I've seen stuff on sets, but to me, I've never really seen I know I told you the George and David story, but to me it wasn't. It was just making a great movie under a lot of pressure. These things happen, but there's a difference between being passionate and being abusive, right?
He's very, very abusive.
So were you saying William was extra? He didn't have to do it that way? Like, if you're losing the son, you're like, motherfucker, hit your mark, I'm gonna fucking lose the son. Like, is that abusive to you? Because that's not to me.
No.
It's just be like, don't fuck them. There's $100,000 on the shot.
No.
Or is it just like, hey, get me the wrong
Do
session.
it again!
Okay, but
Do it again! That's TV acting!
See,
as if like TV would,
you shit on TV earlier. You don't remember.
I've been on TV I've done my whole entire
shit on it
careers,
earlier,
and I would be back on TV in 2 seconds.
Okay, but what I want to say is, I understand that it's not the most loving approach there, but that wouldn't bother me.
Well, you don't know. You have not.
I've had people say some crazy shit to me, and they're right. At the end of the day, but I'm the wrong person to ask. I don't want you to throw a stapler at my head, but if you did, I'm still in a movie.
No, nobody throws a stapler at
But people have done crazy shit.
If I had been older, I would have protected everybody else that was on that set.
But you're saying he wasn't physically; he was a psycho. I mean, so if you work with Kubrick, and he's,
I would never work with that piece of shit.
Dude, Jesus, the pod was just about to end.
He's
what are you,
horrible?
Dude,
he's a piece of shit.
Dude,
Kubrick.
Dude,
Kubrick. Yeah, he's the biggest fucking nastiest motherfucking guy out. Maybe as bad as Billy Friedkin.
What?
Yes, horrible. Talk to people who have worked with him, Jamie. Yeah, he's a talented guy. He did a couple of movies.
Couple?
2.
2?
I don't count that fucking Jack Nicholson movie.
The Heist, or whatever it is,
Yeah.
in the 50s. Spartacus.
No, terrible.
How Doctor Strangelove?
Doctor Strangelove, brilliant. And
Clockwork Orange?
Paths of Glory. Clockwork Orange is a mess.
Paths
of Glory and Doctor Strangelove.
Clockwork Orange.
Lolita, I don't like either.
Clockwork Orange is a what?
It's a half a movie.
Clockwork Orange.
It's great
is
for the
a
first
what?
half, and the second half is garbage.
Clockwork Orange
Yes.
is a what?
Piece of garbage.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not even a fucking cinnamon, and I know this is your. Dude, I'm not a cinema person. I don't shop at Amoeba. I'm not a vinyl guy. But even me, my fucking dumbass, can tell you that is on the fucking pantheon. The pantheon of amazing movies. There's so many messages in Clockwork Orange. And what it is. What about Eyes Wide Shut?
Horrible. Absolutely fucking horrible. And you know who walked off the fucking movie?
Liberal logic.
Harvey Keitel said, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fucking put up with this shit. You can go fuck yourself. And he took a walk, right?
Yes. That doesn't mean that it's not a great movie.
Eyes Wide Shut? You think it's a great movie? Do you know that none of his movies ever made any money? You know why? Because nobody ever went to see him.
2001?
Tell me what that movie's about. Tell me what the movie's about.
2001?
Tell me what the movie's about.
If you let me say it, I will.
Okay, tell me.
2001? A Space Odyssey? You're not saying this. Are you actually saying this before I answer? Are you actually fucking saying this? You're turning into me to my character. You're turning me into Randy fucking Meeks, and you have no idea who that is.
No, I don't.
I'm going to ask you one more time.
He's a horrible man. A horrible human being. Horrible.
Okay. That I don't know about. Let's go back. 2001, you're saying, is what?
Any movie that you have to...
2001 is what?
Any movie...
2001 is what? You said something derogatory. What did you say it was?
What did I say? I don't know.
I think you said it was a piece of shit.
No, I don't know. I don't.
But 2001...
Listen, Jim Cameron, Spielberg, all these guys love him, okay? This is my opinion, okay?
Let me explain to you.
What's that movie about?
2001?
Tell me what it's about.
I will tell you.
Any movie that you have to time your acid hitting, like at a certain time. Okay, take my acid 20 minutes before I go into the movie, so I start coming onto my acid at this point to fucking really experience.
Here's your brain, and I love you. See what your brain is?
Yeah.
It's compacted and it's covered
with what?
Coconut shell. And I have to crack through it.
He's a horrible man.
Okay, I don't know anything about that.
Care.
Let's just talk about the movie for a second.
All right.
Forget your feelings about the guy.
Explain to me what the movie's about.
Turning 55 and I sit on my nuts more.
So that doesn't happen to me, but
okay.
I must have a long fucking
listen
thing in between you.
Listen, dude. This is crazy. You are such... You know what, dude, you know what was amazing?
He's a horrible human being.
Let me fucking talk. You know what's amazing about you, bro, is you are a true walking dichotomy. You are. There's things that you should say that you don't say, and there's things you shouldn't say that you do say, and then just think... You and I are going back and forth on wild shit. Okay, 2001, you go to the Cinerama Dome, which is closed right now, which is a crying shame, and one of the greatest directors ever, Quentin Tarantino, swears by this place, and you sit there, and you watch 2001. You have
very visual. Yeah.
You have a cup of coffee, and you sit in the back, and you fucking watch
What's it about?
Okay, I'm going to tell you what it's about. Okay, it is a.
Tell me what the story is.
It is an allegory.
What's that mean, an allegory?
It is basically, the whole thing is about the journey of mankind.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
It starts. I haven't seen it for a little while, but I've seen it multiple times. It starts about within space and kind of ends up back in space, the black cube, the apes, the ape bone that turn. It's the beginning of man thinking, critical thought, and then what we are. It's precursor to AI. It's part of the world of what's happening now. It starts from when we were fucking Cro-Magnon knuckle draggers to now being ruled by our AI overlords, and then going back and dying alone in a room, and then turning into a baby and repeating. I mean, there's so many, the black cube, what that represents. There's so many messages in it, and it's so. The music is perfect. The visuals are perfect. The acting is perfect. It's unbelievable. It's like 5 movies in one, but there's so many messages in this movie. Every one of his movies are so filled that they hit you on every fucking sense. Dude, I am not a cinemaphile. I don't know enough about movies, but I can just tell you as a viewer, that's his movies have so much messaging in them. Eyes Wide Shut is tons of messaging. Do you have any idea what that movie's about?
No.
At all?
No.
At all. Okay,
No.
let me tell you what it's about.
All right.
It's about the world of elites and the dark, I'm going to say it nicely, the dark, depraved fucking overlords.
It doesn't exist? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, boy. As if you were getting paid. I mean, doesn't exist. No, everything's just fucking happy. Everything is just fuck. And you know what? When you eat a bag of Doritos, it's really, there's no bad things in it. I mean, it doesn't exist. It's just everyone. Polka dot and rainbows.
Overlords that are above all the heads of government around the country. That group of people. That group of people that are controlling the world that nobody knows about.
That's what that movie is. Many things about
it. It might be about it, but that's a bunch of horse shit. As far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, you know, I'm entitled to my opinion, right? Without you fucking blowing a fucking gasket.
What? Because you shit all over. Possibly. I don't know enough because I don't know enough about movies.
Fucking horrible human being.
What did he do that was so horrible?
He treated people like garbage, like Billy Friedkin treated people.
What did Kubrick do that was garbage? I do know that
Shelley
Duvall, I know that's had a terrible
time. That's because they have a tiny bit of footage of him talking to her, and that's the only footage that you have on him, and you talk to people who have worked with him. Talk to people who did.
Tell me one thing that you heard that they say is terrible.
What?
Tell me one thing.
Listen, I was with Timmy Colseri.
Who? Say it slow. Who?
Timmy Colseri was originally cast to play the drill sergeant in Full Metal Jacket.
Another movie. God, do you love that movie?
Half of it's great.
Oh my God.
When Vince D'Onofrio blows away Lee Ermey, the rest of that movie fucking falls apart. It's fucking garbage. You don't agree with that? The second part of that movie? They're singing at the end with their fucking thumbs in their fucking mouth? Like, really? You really think the second half of that movie is worthy?
It's not worthy. It's beyond worthy.
Oh Lord! No, even people who love Kubrick
know
that the second half of that movie
when they
fucking
go
horrible.
Over to Da Nang, anything you want.
Hey, listen,
when it starts there,
I give him Dr. Strangelove,
when it
and
starts,
I give him Paths of Glory.
Anything you want. You're telling me that whole part, that fucking epic war that made you feel like you were right there with Matthew Modine. You're telling me that shit is not fucking good?
No, it's fucking horrible.
Dude,
it's yeah,
dude,
right.
And the only reason I can get this, if I was a normal guy acting like this, I could see you being annoyed with me. But there's guys that know movies more than me. But the fact that you actively activated Randy fucking Meeks, and you don't even know what that is. And I can say this because I've been in a few classics myself, talking to a guy who's been in multiple classics, but talking about a Zeus. You could call him Zeus of Hollywood. Everyone who's a huge director looks up to this guy. Now, I don't know what he did personally, but to tell me that Full Metal Jacket, which is fucking insane.
Half a movie.
Insane. Dude. I almost want to fucking take your parking pass away at the DGA. Like, I don't know if you can get parked there anymore. I don't think you're allowed to have a parking pass.
Directors Guild?
Yes.
I'm not a director, so
but
I've
so
never
what?
had.
So fucking what? Dude, Full Metal Jacket, I have to watch it. I want to watch this movie with you. I want to live stream it with you.
Watch the second half of it.
That's fucking like a whole new movie.
Nobody went to see it. Nobody
like,
cares.
Oh my God, this is insane. And like, I got a whole new fucking...
Ended Matthew Modine's career.
No, it didn't.
Matthew Modine never fucking recovered from that fucking movie.
Please tell me you love Apocalypse Now.
I do.
Dude.
That's not the same director. You know that, right?
Of course it's fucking Coppola.
Yeah.
Dude, Full Metal Jacket is, of all the war movies that came out in the 80s, that's the one.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, Charlie Sheen is in
Platoon is insane.
Platoon
Full Metal Jacket works.
Nobody gives a fuck about Full Metal Jacket. It's fucking horrible. Horrible fucking
You're doing this on purpose for clicks. You're doing this for clicks.
For your clicks. Your clicks?
That's insane. There's no way you actually believe this.
The first half of it is brilliant. Once Vince D'Onofrio kills Lee Ermey, the rest of it is meandering, like, what are we doing here? Let's sing songs. Let's imitate John Wayne. There's no story. We're just going to meander to the end and then suck our thumbs and walk into the fucking sunset. A fucking horrible second half of that movie. Matthew Modine fucking never recovered from that movie as far as
Dude,
great actor.
They took you through literally his movies. Watch.
He's a piece of shit. He's a horrible fucking scumbag. He's like
what did he do to you?
No, I watched What Happened to Timmy. I was with Timmy the entire time, the way that he treated
on
Timmy.
What movie was your friend
Full Metal Jacket. They were shooting Full Metal Jacket at the same time they were shooting Alien.
And so did he not... Did he end up... Was your friend in the movie?
He ended up playing the door gunner. How do you kill women and children? Easy. You just don't lead them so much.
Yes.
Get some.
Okay.
He ended up playing that role.
Okay. That's a
What
super quotable line from
what
that
he
movie.
went through.
So he had a terrible experience.
I was there with him when Stanley Kubrick, who didn't have the balls to fire him himself, had his lackey come out and fucking hand him a note that said he was fired. Then Lee Ermey got into a car accident. They hired him back, and then they fired him again. And then they, But
all these people are in the movie, and they made a mark. Does Timmy not like him?
Timmy is the only good thing about the second half of that movie. How do you kill women and children? Quote me a line from the second half of that movie, other than how do you kill women and children? Easy. You don't lead them so much.
You see that? That's pure Alabama black snake.
What?
Pure Alabama black snake.
What does that mean?
Exactly. Who's the guy that said that? That's in the second half of the movie.
Oh, okay.
The black guy, Dorian Harewood.
Yeah, ask Dorian Harewood. Ask Dorian Harewood.
But
ask him how he was treated on that movie.
There's a ton
Do you know
of
what
quotes.
happened to Dorian Harewood on that movie?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, here's what happened to him, all right?
I don't.
Wait, they are all getting paid scale because they were working for the great fucking Stanley Kubrick, correct? They're all getting paid scale. Dorian Harewood, after a year, said, you know what? I'm getting offered this. I'm getting offered that. I was supposed to be here for fucking 6 months. I've been here for a year. By the way, it took him 2 years to fucking make. I've been here for 6 months.
Greatness takes time.
Tell that to Jim Cameron, who made The Terminator in fucking 11 weeks. Okay?
100,000%.
Tell that to Spielberg. Nobody takes two years to make a movie.
Oh, he also Titanic took a while.
Find out how Dorian. How do you pronounce his last name?
Dorian Harewood.
Ask him what he thinks of Stanley Kubrick.
I don't know if he's still alive. If he is alive.
Yes, he's alive.
Okay.
He was like an opera singer.
Okay.
He wanted off
that's
that
David
movie,
Keith.
and so
Keith David.
What?
That might be Keith David.
No, Keith David was not. No,
he was in Platoon.
No, it's
mixing up black guys.
Keith David was in maybe in Platoon.
Different black guy. Listen. So your friend had a horrible experience, and so that's why you don't like Kubrick.
I watched the way that he treated my friend. He wasn't my friend then. I just had met him, and I watched this guy spend 2 years getting to. I've had him on my podcast before. Watch the podcast.
I'll ask him. I would love to ask him these questions. It's insane. I don't know anything personally, but I know
he's got that
Kubrick,
syndrome. What do you call that? Like German syndrome.
Stockholm.
Yeah.
Who your friend does?
Yeah.
So your friend loves him.
He doesn't hate him as much as
Oh
I
my
do.
God! Do you think that you have
I don't feel that way about.
KBS?
I feel
Do you
that
think
way
you have
about him.
KBS?
What? Do I have what? Do I have what?
KDS?
What is that?
Kubrick derangement syndrome.
Yes. That I would say I have that. Yes.
Do you think you have
KDS?
VKS?
UTS? Who's that?
Val derangement syndrome?
Val? No, I like Val. Val. I've never met Val. I don't know. I never met Val.
I cannot believe.
What?
I gotta have on.
Yeah, get Dorian. Get Dorian on.
Oh no, the girl who's the girl that played the hooker in that Eyes Wide Shut. I gotta have her on.
Eyes Wide Shut?
God, I'm forgetting her name. She's
It's the only way to watch that fucking movie. With your eyes wide shut.
I got the joke, but I can't believe you just said that. That movie is 25 years ahead of its time. Just like the other movie.
And that's why nobody went to see
ahead.
it. Nobody ever went to see any of his movies.
Because they don't have taste and they don't have the capacity to understand.
Like you do?
Dude, I'm not even saying I have taste. I'm just saying these movies worked on multiple levels. If I could smell them, I would. It hit probably 4 of the 5 senses, dude. His movies are...
You haven't even mentioned The Shining yet.
It was insane. This Shining is fucking insane.
It looks good. Don't you think Jack's a little over the top in that?
I loved it. And he's quoted. It's one of the most quoted things ever.
Here's Johnny.
Yeah, it's quoted.
Do you think Kubrick wrote that? Or do you think that Jack Nicholson did
probably,
so many fucking takes?
Yeah, probably
got
did it.
so fucking tired of it.
He
stuck his head in there and said, "Here's Johnny."
And guess what we got? A quotable moment through the history of time that people have been quoting for millennia. That's what it worked. It worked, bro. Red rum.
Okay.
This is what you said earlier, that people don't make shit that makes a mark. Everything he's done makes a mark. All he does is make marks.
No. I mean, they're like,
Strange Love. Clockwork Oranges, again, littered with so many breadcrumbs of life. There's so many levels to this, man.
It's confusing.
Because
when
you're looking at it with your fucking brain and you're going, A plus B is...
I am kind of that way.
And
I will admit.
Bro, and that's a problem.
I will admit that I am I like a beginning and a middle and an end, and I like to be able to understand what I'm watching. Because I will admit that there are a lot of movies.
Because you're thinking with your fucking one part of your brain, and these movies don't require thinking; they require sitting and letting it happen to you and wash over you.
Okay.
But it's so fascinating that you, with amazing movies under your belt and all the actual legendary auteurs you work with. And
I don't say that about Scorsese. I don't say that about Coppola. I don't say that about...
Congrats.
Okay.
So, but you said it about him. Yeah. And all those guys would probably agree with me.
Oh, they might.
No, they will.
Okay.
Because I'm sending the clips.
Yeah, well, they didn't have to work for him. And you didn't have to work for him.
No, and I wish I did. And if he called me every name in the book, I would say yes and.
Okay.
Because you're in fucking Full Metal Jacket.
You're willing to suck somebody's cock.
No, there's no cock sucking. I won't do that. But if he wants to break a board over my back, so fucking be it. As long as I don't get hurt.
All right. Well, if you're gonna let somebody,
he didn't even do that. He was just a mental tyrant. He's a mental tyrant.
All right,
so fucking what?
All right. You're gonna let somebody disrespect you personally.
Yes.
Then you're a bitch.
I'm a bitch then.
Okay.
I'm a bitch
You're a bitch.
I'm willing to put my ego under it. If I would have an amazing part in that movie and the way he worked, because
Full Metal Jacket?
Yes. let's just say
you would be a bitch for Full Metal Jacket? You would let somebody yell at you and call, you know, he called fucking Matthew Modine a cunt.
So what? Cunt. If it's a crime calling someone a cunt, then put me to... I'm doing multiple life sentences.
No, you're working with somebody, you're collaborating.
Have you ever called anyone a cunt?
Of course I have.
Okay.
But when I work with people and I collaborate with them, I don't call them a cunt continually for 4 fucking months.
Every day
he's the star of the movie. Yeah.
Good morning, cunt.
You,
Hello,
cunt, over here.
Yes. Cunt. Come over here, cunt.
Yes.
Cup of coffee,
Ask
cunt.
Matthew Modine.
Dirty cunt.
Get Matthew Modine on you.
Cunt.
Yeah.
We all love cunt.
Well, you know, it's a great word. So
isn't he European?
Well, in Australia, they use it as an endearment.
Exactly. So let's take it back here. A cunt, it's just a word. Bro, you are exposing your liberalism more and more every day. I'm going to tell you why. Because words hurt your fucking little head. They're just words, my baby. They're words.
What are you talking about?
Because the word cunt.
I love the word cunt. It's a great word.
But if he said, hit your mark, cunt.
Oh, to me?
Hit your mark, cunt.
Yeah.
And that's done. Is that fighting words?
Yes.
Hit your mark, cunt.
Over and over again?
Hit your mark, cunt.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
Why? I missed my mark.
Yeah, because my fucking feeling about who I am as a person is more important than your fucking movie. Okay? My self-respect is more important than your fucking movie, Stanley.
But you're not a cunt. We know.
Nobody calls me a cunt either.
But you don't have an opening.
If he called me a cunt, then...
But you don't have lips flopping out of you. You don't have hair. You're not a cunt. You're a man.
I don't care.
So he just was saying a word.
Call me an asshole. Call me a fucking bitch. Call me a fucking... You know...
Bitch is worse than cunt.
Well, listen... You gonna let somebody disrespect you just because they're fucking...
It depends on what your line is, I guess. But to me, if I could be in that movie... And
which movie?
If I was any one of his movies, his student movies. If I could work with Stanley Kubrick and he called me a cunt, I would let him call me a cunt. And then if he wanted to see me once a year and call me a cunt on a certain day, every day for the rest of my life, then I would allow him because that's how much I think he's amazing.
Okay, well, that's where you and I are different.
Okay. I don't let a word cunt bother me.
Okay.
I've had people argue, they fight, all types of shit.
You don't have any self-respect.
I do. I just don't get offended by the word cunt.
What words would somebody have to say to you as a director that you would say, like, go fuck yourself, I'm not acting for you until you fucking apologize?
To be in Full Metal Jacket quality movie?
Yeah.
I don't think any word would stop me.
All right, well, you're a fucking bitch.
Or I'm comfortable with myself and knowing that it's just a heated...
You're a bitch. You're a bitch.
Or...
You're a bitch.
Or I'm comfortable, and I'm going to say something you're not going to like, secure in myself to know that his words can't rattle me because I'm comfortable with who I am. And he's just in a heated moment making a very high-pressure film, and it's going to be an amazing film, and it's worth it.
Okay, if that's maybe you do have that. Maybe I don't have that confidence, but I don't let people walk all over me just because they're making a movie.
But he's not walking all over,
including everybody. Yes, it is. Calling you an asshole, not showing you respect as an actor.
I would have to ask your friend.
As an actor,
okay,
as an
I agree.
Somebody doesn't respect what you do.
But at the end of the day, did he like his performance? Did he say you were
great?
Okay, so
he's great. He's the best thing. People love him. Every Marine knows.
Okay,
get some.
Yeah. So he made his mark. Kubrick did his job. Your boy did his job.
Yes.
So it worked. The way to get there maybe wasn't great, but your friend doesn't even not dislike him as much as you do. Don't you think that's odd?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's odd. Well, so this has to do with you're triggered.
He's a Vietnam vet.
Your friend?
Yeah.
So that's even. So you're giving? Are you saying he's a little off?
No. I'm just saying, he's got that syndrome, that fucking
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
Or maybe he just likes Kubrick more than you.
No, he doesn't like Kubrick. Have him on. Have him on. He'll fucking tell you this whole fucking story. It's a great story, and he'd know. I mean, he'd come over and do.
Two things. Clean. I'm good. You know what that's from?
No.
Do you know that If is the middle of life, man?
Oh, okay.
That's all Apocalypse Now. Have you ever heard this movie about that? About the making of that movie, how insane it was?
I don't think...
and do you know that...
Listen.
Do you know
I do not think that Coppola called Martin Sheen fucking names or called...
Martin Sheen almost died on that movie.
I know everything about that movie that you probably know. And like I said, I'm going to have Charlie on. If you have any questions about like that, ask me, and I'll ask Charlie. I think Apocalypse Now is the second best Vietnam movie ever. The best Vietnam movie...
Full Metal Jacket.
Charlie's movie.
Platoon is an amazing movie.
It's the best Vietnam movie ever.
I don't know if it's right up there.
It
won
the
everything.
It's the best. Without a doubt, it's the best.
And that is why.
In my opinion.
That's your
Listen, we
opinion.
have different opinions.
Yes.
So, like, you like Full Metal Jacket. You think that's the best Vietnam movie? You
know,
go ahead and think that. Go ahead.
And I guarantee a lot of people are going to agree
No,
with
a
me.
lot of people are going to go like, no. Platoon is the best Vietnam movie ever made. Now, Charlie will tell you it was Apocalypse Now because his dad
Apocalypse
was in
Now also probably is.
there.
Apocalypse
you,
Now.
You think you can put that fucking piece of garbage that Kubrick made in the same sentence as those two movies?
Not just the same sentence. I might put it a sentence higher, and it's hard to do because they're both brilliantly brilliant. They're all brilliant. Never get out of the boat. Never get out of the boat, man. Never get out of the boat. You're out of this boat right now. Dude, I can quote all the movies. And by the way, people forget Hamburger Hill, an amazing movie.
It's a good movie, but I don't put
Exactly.
it in the same class as I do
100%.
Platoon. Yes, it is a good movie.
But I'm gonna give Platoon as high as it's gonna go. It's gonna go as high, but I'm not Apocalypse Now, and I'm not gonna dare disrespect Full Metal Jacket like you just did. It's insane. That's wild. I wish Martin Scorsese was here right now.
Half of it
I
is
wish
brilliant.
Martin Scorsese was here right now to tell you this. I wish Quentin Tarantino was here to tell you this. I can't believe it. I think something happened personally with you.
No, I never met the man. I never met the man.
In your fucking Cheerios.
I never met the man.
Well, he did something to your friend, and that has clouded your vision. And the question is, if you think he's a monster, can you separate the man from the art?
I don't care. If you're a monster, you're a monster.
Well,
and
with
you know
you're
what?
a piece of shit.
I don't, don't be a monster. Is everything okay?
I know, my balls got tight.
Holy cow, man. You're fucking, how old are you?
Because you got me so mad, I adjusted. And then you were fucking coming at me. He doesn't even know who Randy Meeks is, guys. And you fucking came at me, so then my underwear hiked up my nuts, and they split my nuts down the middle. You probably would shave that area. And I fucking got so mad, and these are Dickies. Dickies don't help the dick, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So fuck, bro. Bro, never in the history of worlds has anyone disrespected Kubrick. It's crazy like you, bro. Vanessa. I gotta have Vanessa on. Vanessa. Alan Cumming, who I also worked with, Vanessa, who I see all the time at cons, and Lily, who I also work with, Sobieski.
I'll tell you, he's a fucking nightmare.
Really? I'll ask them.
All right.
I will ask all three of them.
Yeah.
I would ask all three of them.
Yeah.
128 takes seems excessive.
Yeah, why? Who needs fucking 200 fucking takes?
Listen, I agree. I understand what you're saying. But
100
guess
takes. Let's do 100 takes. That's because he doesn't know what he fucking wants. He's got no idea what he's fucking looking for. He's like print 2 and 22.
what? Okay. What did Steve Jobs say?
What?
What did Steve Jobs say?
I don't know. You tell me.
He says, I don't give the people what they want. I give the people things they don't know they need yet.
Well, that might be the case with Kubrick and me. I don't know that I need that yet. But I take the man and the art differently. And everybody.
No, you said he's a piece of shit.
Him personally.
Yes, which you should have never said if we're just talking about his art.
No, his art I don't appreciate as much as other people do, okay? Everybody has an opinion about fucking movies. Some people like some movies better than other movies. I don't appreciate his movies, and I think that he was a horrible human being because I watched the way that he treated a Vietnam veteran who was giving everything he had to make Stanley Kubrick happy, and I watched the way that he treated this man, and it was disgusting and dishonorable and
Okay.
I
would have to. I don't know the inside that you know, and I'm sorry that happened to your friend, and I'd have to ask your friend. But then you just said I don't attack the man and I just attack his art. You just are attacking the man there. So you didn't like him as a person, but you're saying it doesn't cloud the art. That's what you're saying.
It probably clouds my.
Yeah, of course it does. Can you still watch the Cosby Show?
Yeah, I never really watched it when it was.
Can you watch Miramax movies?
Of course.
Well, there's a
Quinn's
monster.
movies,
Did
Saul
you ever
Quinn's-
watch The Crying Game?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Okay, what was made by a monster?
Okay. Who made it?
Harvey.
Oh well, Harvey made all like
Harvey. Incredible tastemaker.
Now we're off into something else here.
No, we're not. We're talking about if you can separate art versus stuff.
Listen. You can. Woody Allen. Can you watch Woody Allen's movies?
I watched all of them.
No, but can you still? Yeah. Okay.
No, but
so
now
you can,
I think he's. Well, I always thought he was weird, creepy. Do I think he's a fucking pad? Yes.
You do.
100%.
Okay.
He married his fucking stepdaughter, dude. You did nothing else to say. I'm doing you a favor. You can't defend that.
I'm not defending that he married
his stepdaughter. Talk about grooming. It's everything that it is. And he made multiple movies since he's been married to her. So.
I'm not, yeah.
But there's no elites.
What?
There's no elites.
No, there aren't any elites.
There's no elites. But they're giving this guy
the difference between you and I is you think there's some
pest.
group up there that is fucking looking down.
Who funded the fucking Ped's movies?
What?
Who funded Woody's movies? People that looked the other way with that behavior.
His movies, mostly the ones that he did
amazing.
when he was having the actress that just passed away, and
Diane Keaton.
And before that,
God
he
rest
had
her
love
soul.
affairs with all his leading women and stuff, and then he fell in love with his daughter, his stepdaughter. It's horrible.
Okay,
that's horrible.
Okay, the last thing is this: Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
Do you like that movie?
Not as much as most people. I mean, no, it's okay. It's same, I think is, in my opinion, a little overrated. But yeah, was it good? Yeah, it was goodish. Was it brilliant? You put it in your top 100 movies of all time?
I would definitely do that.
Oh, okay.
It's a top 5.
What?
Of horror? It's not even a horror movie. Yeah,
that's in the top
100 top
movies
of all time for sure. Because it's not a movie, it's a documentary.
What's it called?
And that's where I'm going to lose you. It's not a movie, it's a documentary.
I just, I like things a little bit more simple. And that movie, to me, is a...
Hey, Paul, what'd you do on the farm today? Well, let me tell you something, Jebediah.
Yeah. Those are the movies I like. Look, here's my favorite movies, okay?
And you're in
here's my favorite,
some of the most complicated, layered movies of all time. The Abyss had 17 layers to it.
Here's my favorite.
Amazing movie.
Here's my favorite movies, right? Taxi Driver.
It's great.
Okay. Godfather.
Great.
Part 2.
Great.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's
Great.
Nest.
These are all classic. You're picking the super classics.
Okay, so
super classics.
Okay, so that's the. I look at De Niro, Pacino.
This
Hoffman.
is this. This is this.
This is this.
This is this. Is it Henry? This is this. This is this. I'm quoting something you should know. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
The deer hunter. He holds the bullet. He goes, "This is this.
Yeah.
This is this." I think it was Henry. Do you remember he's holding the bullet?
Yeah,
Meaning a bullet is a bullet. That's what it is. It's either life or death.
Okay.
That's the deer hunter. Would you consider that an amazing movie?
I thought it was good, yeah.
Taxi Driver is a great movie.
The best. I mean, for me, it impacted me in a way.
For
Jamie,
sure.
that had
it's
an
an
effect
incredible
on me
movie.
at that time in my life. That was like, I've never seen anything like this before. The music, Jodie Foster, Harvey Keitel, the cinematography.
It's
just
incredible,
brilliant.
but you
Just
never
brilliant.
seen cinematography like that. There was a movie that came out before called 2001.
I couldn't understand it. Okay, you explained it to me. Okay, so thank you
music
for explaining
incredible.
it to me. Isn't the music classical music?
Incredible.
And you know why he uses classical music
This is brilliant.
over and over and over again?
Brilliant
Doesn't
monster.
cost any money.
Brilliant. Also brilliant.
Well, whatever.
Also brilliant. What the fuck?
He's a cheap motherfucker too. On top of everything else,
Bro, your
they
take.
paid, all those guys went over there for
your
2 years
take-
and got paid scale.
Oh, God.
They were
And
over there
guess
for
what?
2 years.
You're in 2001. I would have did that shit for free, but I'm a bitch.
And by the way, what year did he make that movie?
I don't know,
2001
69.
came and went, and we still didn't fucking have AI. So at least Cameron was able to call it in Terminator when he said, Kyle Reese says to Linda Hamilton, to Sarah Connor, this is going to happen and that's going to happen. She says, no, that can't happen. He says, no, not for about 40 years. In the movie, he says that. 40 years later, here we are, and now we got AI. At least Cameron was able to fucking call that. Kubrick called it 2001, so he was a little off, right?
So he was off, but maybe he was planting the seed for James.
Listen, I don't like the man, and I find his movies to be a mess, except for two. And I've already said those two over and over and over again, and and the rest of it, like, if you are going to sit here and try to defend the second half of Full Metal Jacket, then we just defend. Well, this is what the world's about: is having different opinions about movies, right? I like this movie, you like that movie. You like this sports team, I like that sports team. You like this music, I like that music. I like border securities, you love open borders. You asked me at the beginning if I thought people should be allowed in this country illegally, and I said no.
I know.
So don't throw that at me.
All right.
When we started the podcast, I answered that question.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You know what I was being?
An asshole? A cunt.
Come on. Buddy, I think this is a good place to end it.
All right. Man.
I could talk to you for 7 hours. Do you know how long we've been here?
No.
Over 2 hours.
No, are you kidding me?
Exactly, because you enjoy me.
I didn't know. No, I would have thought like an hour and 20.
Dude, I could keep going. Listen. Do you want to talk? I want you to promote your pod.
Okay. Just fooling about.
This is Michael's pod.
Charlie's great.
Just fooling about. It's blowing up. I've heard this from multiple people. Your next guest is Charlie Sheen. You just had James Cameron. By the way, I wouldn't mind an intro.
I got a guy at Netflix that's going to start.
And the guy at Netflix loves him. But James is in New Zealand now?
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd ever come on here.
Getting ready to do Cameron?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Cameron is out. When he was promoting Avatar, he was doing a lot of podcasts, and I think that he did podcasts that were kind of equal to ours. I mean, I knew him.
And him. You guys made each other.
Yeah, but you get a lot of fucking viewers. You get a lot of people looking at you. So
what's he about to shoot?
What's he about to do?
Yeah.
He says he wants to take some time off.
From
I don't
Avatar.
think they have made it. I don't think they've made a decision. He's not going. From what I understand, he's not going to direct 4 and 5 of Avatar. But there's a movie called Ghosts of Hiroshima, and Ghosts of Hiroshima
Don't block your head.
What?
Go ahead.
Is about the after effects of the bomb in Hiroshima and then Nagasaki. And the book is sort of about a guy who is in Hiroshima. Takes the what's left of his wife or his family, his wife's family, and then goes to after it's bombed, he survives it, takes the ashes and goes up to Nagasaki because that's the Japanese culture is for them, for the ashes to be taken up, goes up to Nagasaki. Nagasaki gets fucking bombed, so he survives both of the bombings, and that's the movie that Cameron says that he wants to make next, Ghost of Hiroshima. Wow. Yeah. And here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about it is that it sounds like how do you make a movie about that? But you look at Spielberg and you look at Schindler's List, right? How do you make a movie about that?
You look at James Cameron, just know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That sounds incredible. Wow.
If you would have watched the me interviewing him, you would have known that already. But either that or you forgot.
I was too busy watching Border Patrol videos. I love you, buddy.
I love you too.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it means a lot that you come here.
Yeah, you're there for me, and you're there for
whatever
me.
You
I'll
want.
always be here for you.
We don't agree on everything.
We don't agree on much, but
I love you, and I respect you, and I look up to you.
All right.
Cunt out. Anyone's talking, they're blockers. That's not why I came to Hollywood. Fucking backwards. Bullshit.
I hate to break it to you.